believe we're back in some capacity. Give me one moment to get situated, to get everybody else situated. Oh, hi, Jake. I wasn't going to ask you. Oh, okay. So, you did? Oh, I didn't even see that. So, yeah. No, I would never. So, anyway, I don't think anyone else can hear. Actually, they might be able to hear everything, so that's good for them. Actually, they don't hear you, so boom. All right, so if you can hear this, as far as the podcast goes, I know some people want to get in, so what I'll do is I'll just bring people in. I don't want to be here for 4 hours or 3 hours, maybe 2 less. So I'll get everybody in, but we got to be consistent with our thoughts. Unless you're Jake, then you can do whatever you want. Work around Jake because he knocks it out top to bottom. So give me a moment while I get situated. Can y'all hear me, by the way?
Yes.
I know you can. I'm saying if the stream can. Yeah, I mean the stream though. So
stream, can you hear him?
Yeah.
Stream, tell the man.
Okay.
Stream. All right. The Riot is here.
Okay. the Riot contingent is here, brother. Yeah. So give me a second. And then I'll try to get all this shit together. Because obviously, if you couldn't tell, I'm exhausted beyond all reproach.
You sound tired, buddy.
Yeah, no, it'd be like that sometimes. I'm trying to fix. I fixed my OBS to label this shit, and I still can't see the stupid things. Okay, so that being said, so I know Jamie and his fucking drunken stupor asked. So let me see what Jamie said. I can put him in for a second. Let me drop flowers and dip. We're gonna. Oh God. Pull me in after. Oh
look.
Okay.
This is gonna be an 8-man pod.
Nah.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I have promised to keep my statements to 3 sentences or less.
That's an improbable impossibility.
It is an impossibility, but I'm gonna fucking try. Okay.
Okay. So we have. All right. So Parker said he wants to drop flowers. Jamie said to bring him in after fucking 4 matches. Anybody else want to fucking get on? Let me know immediately, please, so I can get this bad boy going with this auspicious ass. What? Shut up! Don't do. Shut up! Shut up! Lowering this music because a little bit's for my mental. So anyway, if anyone else, just let me know. He goes, I promise I won't be long. Sure, I can see it now. First off, I want to say thank you, John Carter. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. I don't know what else. Thank you, Gabe, for showing support and love for me. I want to shout out Gabe. I love you, Gabe.
You're always here deep throating me, Gabe.
I love you. I love you, Gabe. I love you. You my guy, Gabe. Hold on. There you go, buddy.
I just wanted to say I love Gabe, man. You know what I'm saying? I love that man, Gabe. Really appreciate the love, homie.
So stupid.
Saying, man,
hey, fuck you, E. It's all Gabe, baby.
Yeah, I love you, Gabe. I love you, Gabe. Get to your point. You can go eat. I wish I could go eat, but yeah, go ahead. Go.
Okay, no, I appreciate that. Firstly, shout out to Liam. He was the one that made that hype package. Massively grateful for him pulling through for me on that. Ironically enough, shout out to John. More Dylan. Fuck John Carter, but Dylan, the handler, I love him. He really did his shit, stepped his shit up. As much as cringy as it is, shout out to you, Jay. Thank you for.
Why is that crazy? Hold up.
Because he doesn't like when I compliment him. I don't know why.
That's true. Okay,
bro,
fair enough,
bro doesn't fuck with me when I do it. But thank you for helping me out with some of these feuds. I have listened to some of your advice to the T, so I'd never want to hear you say no one listens to you, because I definitely do. I appreciate just everything you've allowed me to do in OCW within the last 6 years. My first anniversary appearance was against Rex for the CCW title, and haven't stopped since, so let's go. We fucking love the Frog being back, baby. Ribbit, boys.
Ribbit!
True Survivors match. Honestly, thought it was going to be horrible. Was not fucking bad. DNS is kind of buying me. I hate that. Fuck you. The baby faces prevailed with Valk. Love that for everybody. Emp showing she's a dog and a top dog in OCW with how quick of a build she turned that women's title into, and just the production of her fucking hype package. Money. Nate Ortiz and Mugen, honestly, yet again, kind of thought old men were going to struggle, but They sure didn't. I mean, Nate loved that big boot, but we love some nostalgia, and that match really hit where I needed it to hit. Rex killed Pew. Alhamdulillah. God always wins there.
Mashallah, brother.
Thank you so much. Honestly, for a 20-year anniversary, everyone should nod their fucking heads. Junko and Dragana. The Dragana verse is one of the greatest things in all of OCW. Marissa Scotty was a highlight fucking feud that yet again we're seeing how Marissa can just bring characters onto a pay-per-view scale, and how Scotty was able to adapt to that position, and really can't wait to see their futures. And yeah, man. Seriously, everyone should be proud of themselves. Everyone who did any type of content, hype packages, whatever. 20 years is fucking crazy shit. I was probably like still pissing my pants when OCW was like doing shit, so that's kind of crazy. And yeah, ribbit. I'm gonna go eat. So congrats, everyone.
All right, that's gonna do it for us. We'll see you next week.
Stay away from the swamp.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask him.
Bye. What was that, Jimmy?
I was gonna ask if he still wasn't pissing his pants, but
probably. You never know with these things.
Yeah.
So anybody else? I guess not everyone fucking wants to see. So all right. So Jamie's gonna be later. So do you want to do like that open format or just go one by one?
No, one by one. One by one. Let's push it. They keep the pace going. Everybody keep it to limited sentences.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Jake is fired up. First of all, I want to say thanks to M for doing the fucking the intro video. Knocked out the park per usual as always. This fucking boo. The part with me talking got me misty. I was very happy about that. Also, shout out to me for doing the arena because that was me who did it. So thanks to me, I guess. I don't know. Usually someone else does it. And yeah, thank you for everybody participating and actually providing varying content. It was very nice to see all the different types of videos and whatnot. And with that being said, I guess you can wrap up intros and not intros. You can do hype packages and matches together. We'll start with the first match, Hell in the Cell. We'll do Jay because he's very excited.
Ooh, yeah. I'm going to start with the intro. The intro, beautiful. I knew that it was going to be a bait and switch as soon as Jay's like, oh, we got nothing for you. And then Imp knocked it out of the park. She's amazing. She's elite. She is one of the greatest things ever happened to OCW. And that said, Jay shouldn't chill for her so hard. Let's move on to the first match. The hype packages, I said it in the viewing party, and I think I said it in the chat as well. This may be like the perfect amalgamation of all the different hype packages. This is the peak of OCW hype packages on this show. That's the one time I'm going to say it. All different, all unique, all very fun with their own flavor. Match itself, again, same thing with all the different flavors. This was so different than any other Hell in a Cell match. Usually you expect them to go to the top of the cage, knock each other out, whatever. They did that, but they did it in a very unique way. This story was told over a very long course, which is what Valkyrie likes to do. And perfectly, she got her ass kicked for 5 months, and then in the 6 months, she reigned supreme. So beautiful Valkyrie stuff. Can't wait to see what she does next.
Jim.
Fun match, to do, to build, to spend all that time on.
Oh shit, your match. Yeah, sorry.
A champ, in terms of all the content and the collaboration that we did to get to this point. And, the match was really good. I was pissed when I fell through the cage at the top when I did the move. I was fuming. I was sitting on the ground. I was like, what the fuck am I going to do now? Wait for her to come down. That was definitely not planned to go that way. That damn top of the cell definitely fucked me there. But other than that, I thought it went really well. We both had our spots, in the match where we looked really good. And in the end, I think it told the proper story, from a wrestling perspective. And it just means that from a Pearl and Valkyrie perspective, we're really, 1-1, in singles matches. So who knows what that means? And that's all I'll say about it.
Junkie.
This story's been really riveting, hasn't it? Like, especially just going back to months when we kind of learned about what we kind of did or didn't learn about Valkyrie's past. I also think Pearl's one of the best heels in this entire play. You guys can debate me, but I think so. She's like top 4. She's been really good. It was anarchy, yeah. It was really good. I got all the things that I wanted to happen. The whole little sequence where Pearl kicked out at 0, and we're like, we popped in the chat. But yeah, good stuff. Great way to start the show too.
Fair enough. My thoughts, basically, to inside baseball quickly, it was between this main eventing or the OCW main eventing. One of them was going to be first and one of them was going to be last. So it was going back and forth, but basically held it to a vote and basically said OCW. So I'm like, yeah, it's a good idea. And thankfully OCW delivered, so it was good. So did the Hell in a Cell. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it personally. One of my matches of the night. I'm also like in the vein of trying to be less elaborate or more elaborate, whatever you want to call it. I'm tired. I really enjoy the Valkyrie Pearl arc. Super. It's been what? This is like 3 months now, 4 months.
Yeah, 3-4 months.
Yeah, so it's like a well-told story with little twists and turns, and it's just nice. I really have nothing negative to say. It was fucking entertaining as shit.
No. Valkyrie and Pearl has been like 6 months.
6 months
after Lucian.
Yeah,
This is it. As soon as she came back, this is all she's done.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying that it should. That's why I was like, it was that or the OCW as the main event, just because it felt very reminiscent, if you want to use recency bias or whatever the word is called, like Punk Drew. So I was like, oh man, this is a good fucking thing,
It's
but
perfect.
it is what it is. Either way, great fucking match. Both handlers should be proud. Moving on, we have Mo J. Hey, nothing like I said before. And this is, I don't know who's gonna hear this, but like these events are mostly video, so this is the time to get your stuff like looked at. So if you don't take that opportunity, I don't really know what to tell you. So basically, we had two rookie promos, but they were done by rookie alternatives, and it is what it is. I would have liked to see more, whatever, but what are you gonna do? So we have Mo J. Simple, to the point. Some people said his fit was garbage. I agree, but that's nitpicking. I don't care. Content's content. I like it. Anybody else want to elaborate? Feel free to jump right to fucking free fall, baby.
Yeah, beautiful. This is all it takes. Rookies or people that don't understand OCW, the entire sandbox is in your hands. Jim obviously understands that, running Mo J. This is all you got to do. Little promo, put something up. You got something coming up on TV. You got something coming up on Ambition. This is the time to do it. Everybody's watching OCW 20. Come do this. I'm looking at people like Megan Suzuki. How the fuck did we get no underground elite representation here? That's crazy. Bellacore, this would have been a great opportunity. It's not a criticism. It's just a missed opportunity. That's all. So it's not a failure. It's just now like pay-per-view coming up. If you're not booked, go ahead and put yourself out there.
Pretty much. Anybody else?
Yeah, it's just a great way to get marks like me to care about you, realistically.
100%.
Right? Yeah, Damien Bourne, where the hell were you, motherfucker?
All the young adult clique. Where are my young adult clique? Come on, get the fuck on the show.
All of them. You guys want to DM me all the freaking time and harass me in the chat, but you don't want to fucking. Anyways.
That was overly aggressive. What's next on the docket? I do believe is the Marissa Scotty package.
Both at once, right? Both at once.
Yeah. So Jake, you're excited? Go for it.
Yeah, I have put this over as much as I could. While I was taking my break, I thought this was one of the most compelling stories that we had going. It was so unique. A lot of the times OCW does devolve into abject violence. I'm myself super guilty of that. This told a compelling story in a very different way, a very brand new character in Scotty. Marissa, who is established, it just gave a different dynamic to it, with somebody that's new telling Marissa to her face that she doesn't have to do with this. It was a battle of ideologies rather than violence, and the match lived up to the hype. I mean, Rookie's first big pay-per-view feud gives Marissa something to do. I loved it. Great match.
Jim?
The package was something that I felt was very different, and they used the words and kind of told the story through different imagery in that way, which was a very different take than we usually see on how things were done. So props to them on that. I really enjoyed that. As far as the match was concerned, it was a good match. Scotty really showed up and showed that she has kind of the grit to put on a pay-per-view level match, which is big question for a rookie's first pay-per-view match. As far as the character is concerned, obviously the handlers had other matches on pay-per-view, but the point being that Marissa also is, again, starting to break in her own direction, and starting to make the wrestling ring more important. I wrote in the predictions article that it's been like a year since she lost to Deborah, plus, in terms of her championship aspirations and her own wrestling career. So I think it's her time to get back there, and that was, that started today, that road, if you will. So I thought it was good. I really enjoyed everything.
Junkie, anything?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna gas up Scotty a little bit. I think that's how, if you're wondering, or if anyone who's struggling about like alignment, if you want to know how to be a babyface, I think she's the blueprint in terms of getting over and getting people to cheer for you. If you notice, a lot of people were cheering for her today. I think that's the way to go. Marissa is just entertaining. Let's put it that way. Whatever she does, I'm interested in. Whether it's cucking Coco, whether it's putting on good matches, I think she's entertaining. I'm curious to see what the future holds for her. I think she can go all the way.
Bet. Okay. What is next on the docket? We have the OCW 80s. All I can say is we go for the 80s. We'll see what happens. I don't really know what else to add. Yeah, go
Mass
for 80s.
repercussions.
Yeah. Yeah. Mass repercussions. Exactly. Hilarious. The fact that it look who was it? I think Max said. What did Max say? Max said there's a mouse in the house. Very suspicious that one person from the LLC is a wrestler, not the other. So I guess any prospect of Devin Flash's whatever is out the fucking window, because he definitely snitched. It looks like it. Shouldn't go outside. Can't be trusted in any capacity whatsoever. But no, fun little sidebar. Junko, Jim, Jake, go.
This is a feud coming. I sense it. I think I don't want to spoil. I don't even want to fantasy book, but I think this is a feud coming. I like it though. I think, like I said in the podcast, I think these two have an abundance of potential to do like crazy things single wise and tag team wise. Like I said, if they wanted to, they could easily win the tag team. Sorry, pivot. I love you guys, but again, the sky's the limit for these two. Realistically, I would love to see this be a feud though. If you ask me what I want.
Bet. Who's next, Jim?
Yeah, I don't think Mass Effect's gonna break up personally. I think that this is just another bump in the road for Riot, as far as individually and its character building. I think Devin is the more clean cut of the two when you look at the tag team, and when they eventually go their different ways for whatever reason, I think they're just kind of building themselves into two separate entities. Whereas they've kind of just been known as a singles unit this entire time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or just like a unit together. So it's just kind of individual character building and just saying, like, Ryvon's willing to take more risks in terms of maybe legalities, rules, and Devin's a little bit more clean cut. That type of thing. But that's okay. We'll see how they play that out, as far as that's concerned.
Jake.
Yes, man, oh man. This is a perfect example of why Rye and the Ryeverse is so tough to explain, because it's so easy to look at anything that Rye does and see the aesthetic and see the big muscles and the big tits and all of this flashy stuff, and lose sight of the fact that Rye is one of the greatest storytellers OCW has ever seen. This is why Scotty and Marissa was so amazing. This is exactly what we were talking about a couple of days ago about subverting expectations in wrestling. You always have this tag team. They just lost the tag team titles. Your immediate assumption goes to, okay, now they're going to break up. Maybe they feud together. Maybe they don't. This is a great way to do it. You have a big platform like this on OCW TV that doesn't just outright break them up, but it leaves questions for them to build to the future, because now this can go from what it looks like optics wise, where Ryvon gets brutally assaulted in front of him and he just gets kind of hooked up. Oh, you're getting sued. So the optics look very terrible, but now there's so many different ways that this can go and it works logically. So don't let the aesthetics fool you. Rye is a brilliant storyteller. This is one example of why I could easily see Mass Effect bouncing back and coming back in a new kind of reformed fashion. Or I could see them breaking up and Devin Flash breaking out into his own as the snitch pussy that he is.
Snitch pussy as he is. That's crazy. What's next, Jake? You're smart.
Oh, and yes, and I'll say just Devin Flash is also, like, the Ryeverse has rubbed off on him so well, and I think the entire universe is just waiting to see Devin Flash in the position that Sheldon, El Parca, and John Carter were in the main event today in the very near future. Next is the international title.
Okay, so now I have my request. So the request is filled. We'll do Jamie, Jim, Junko, Jake. Wow, a lot of J's. Just go.
Oh,
for
he's
it.
here.
Yeah, he's here now. So go for it. Can you hear us? He's like, put me in, brother. I did it. Now he's trying to fix it.
I'll be.
I can hear you.
I can see these fucking old man. I'm one of the old man.
There
I'm a
it is.
fucking road agent.
Jesus.
There it is.
I had to mute one of the fucking streams. Fucking hell. Before we start going, happy birthday Liam, happy birthday Sheldon. All the best. Here we are.
Do they have the same birthday?
Now I'm gonna.
Happy birthday, Sheldon. I didn't know yours came. I knew Liam.
They actually
Yeah,
don't.
happy birthday,
No. So Liam's was yesterday, Sheldon's today.
What? Sanctum
Yeah.
win!
Sanctum wins.
Fucking crazy.
Come on, Jamie. We're on a brisk pace here. Let's go. International title.
All right, well, you figured that out. I'm going to get a drink. Go for it,
He's gotta
Jamie.
collect
It
his
was,
foot.
it was great. Uh,
All right, Bolek, next. All right, go ahead.
no, it was fun. Like a lot of people just expected it to be your usual fucking back and forth, who cares contest. However, there was all these kind of little intricate moments. And yeah, it's one of those matches that's like hard to define.
Did you like it? Do you need help?
I think I need help.
Are you okay, wife?
It's been a long fucking day.
Should we come back to you,
Well,
Junko? What did you think about the international
Actually,
title match?
come back to me for the love of God.
Junko, go for it.
I know there's been a lot of discourse about the international title. I think all that's been BS.
What I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're coming back to you, Jamie. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Junko.
I think it's been. I think even though the reigns have been short, whatever the case may be, I think it's been entertaining every single time. There's been some sort of stipulation or even stuff with lobby, rest, pew, things of that nature. I think this is just another example. In the beginning, when I first got here, I wasn't really a fan of Larry. I don't know why. He just didn't I don't know, something about him that just didn't stand out. As I've watched matches with Larry, especially like in the ring, he's so entertaining and he's so fun. He's diabolical with the mutination stuff. He needs to stop. But yeah, in terms of like the discourse with the international title and stuff, anything that's related to that, it's been BS. It's been super entertaining, super consistent. Not negative to say.
Jim.
Fuck, yeah, Jimmy
Can
wrote.
I actually cut in?
Yeah, go ahead, Jamie. It's your time.
Wait,
Jim,
you
you're
just
next.
spoke, you're gonna
Hopefully
cut him
be
again?
my-
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
Jay,
no,
I got
no.
this, Jay.
No, let me cut in. That'll be my go. So for me, watching it, it was held X actually. It was an interesting match just because I've worked with both people fucking extensively because I'm old as shit. Not to make it about me because I'm not Trey Golden. So it was interesting to watch because you can see them kind of trying to avoid very kind of specific combinations, and they were watching out for the big things, and that led to them both missing the little things. And then we had the Mugen, bludgeoning Nate's fucking face like 8 times into the steel steps with the we'll call it imagination because I legitimately cannot remember the actual name of the move.
That's the
Alley-oop?
name of it.
That is
Maybe.
it. That is it.
Yeah.
The alley-oop is the amusement.
Yeah,
He really is
Yeah.
drunk. Holy shit. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
cannot remember the real life
That is
name
the
of
real
it.
name. Oh, alley-oop.
So-
Yeah, alley-oop.
Yeah, so it was just constant imaginations into the fucking corner of steps, this, that, next thing. So it was really fun to watch. But then every time it went back into the ring, it was as if Larry lost a step. It was Nate, we're in the ring, we're wrestling now. I'm gonna fucking be better than you. And that was the story for me anyway. I don't know what everyone else thought about it, but as soon as it get back into the ring, it was all Nate. It was all Ortiz on top, hitting moves, combinations, finishers. And yeah, Willie, I'm good. Don't worry. But it was all just Nate every time it was in the ring.
No, let him go. Let him cook.
He's processing. Leave him alone.
He is. The computer is thinking.
It's one fucking day. Make it.
He's using his RAM.
I'm
Bus.
saying that you fucking won it every time it was in the ring. And then Nate stole it. Alright?
Gotcha. I love it.
Fucking hit it here.
You loved it
We love
like
you,
half
Jamie.
an hour ago. Shut up.
Jim, what did you think of the international title?
I really enjoyed the hype and the match. The entrances were really cool. Nate Ortiz looks really good in that blue. It just fits him. The aesthetic. Blue is always like kind of that, superhero color that people use. And obviously, in this situation, I think people, the general public, probably is favoring Nate Ortiz. Mugen was great too as well. His moveset is always very interesting. I like the back fist. He didn't do a lot of them today. But he normally does a lot of those. And Imagination, really this match came down to it for me. And what Jamie was kind of alluding to was that inside the ring, Nate Ortiz dominated the match. Outside the ring, Mugen dominated the match. So I think when it came down to it, Nate especially, I thought Nate was cooked when he didn't get the corner for the spear when Mugen got up, but then he ran and speared him, and I was like, oh, well, I was wrong. And that was the end of the match. So I really enjoyed the match between the two of them. I think they have really good chemistry, the way their movesets work with one another, obviously the way the two play one another, and just the familiarity and comfort level. So it came out to be a very good match for the title, and Nate Ortiz has a title defense. People were talking about the international title not having defenses, and for example, now Jinx as well has defended the North American Championships. The mid-card championships are getting, title defenses by the champions. So, good thing there, too.
Jake.
Yes, this was a great place to have this match, OCW 20th anniversary, a match that's filled to the brim with future stars and past stars. This was a great place to have it. We've had this conversation many times over the international title. Oh, should people who have been here more than 2 days have it? Yeah, I mean, if they earn it, if they walk into it, yeah, like there's history there. How cool would it be to watch one of your favorite wrestling organizations? You have so many years of these up-and-comers having it, and then this dude swoops in. He's like, I'm going to be a full-timer again, and I'm going to start by whooping Mugen's ass and taking the international title. It's both a personal vendetta, and I'm going to take a prize from you. And now you have the greatest of all time holding the international title. That's going to uplift everybody who's in a match with him and whoever ends up beating him. And this was a great example of it. I think Brian hit the nail on the head. You come in here and you expect it to be dog shit, some like Jason Sensation flavor, like, oh, it's a 20th anniversary show, got to have Nate. That's not what it was at all. They earned it. The hype package was perfect for the era they come from, and it was a part of the excellent variety that we had hype packages wide. The match delivered. Jamie did a great job explaining why the story was told as well as it did. And now we had that one-on-one match between Mugen and Nate Ortiz. We have that finality. Bolek is waiting. Young kids are waiting. Who's next for Nate Ortiz? I guess we're going to have to see.
Thank you for saving me, Jake.
Law. So, video, dug it to the point. He was like, can I get 2 videos? Make sure. They used the history. I think, like I said, this is the 3rd time they fought. Match itself. My only qualm, I have a couple qualms. First of all, it's like, when was the first like legend? When did the legend start pouring back in? It was like Lucian, right? A little bit before Lucian.
Yeah.
After.
Before that, a long
No,
time.
Lucian. There was legend matches on Lucian.
Them on the roster, it was before that. It was like on Deadly Ground.
Yeah.
Started
It
to
depends.
come
It
back in.
depends what
Well,
legends.
yeah. The point I'm making
in the
is-
title picture was post Lucian.
No, okay, no. But the point I'm making is that basically, since like the troop of them have been back, whatever combination, like all of the matches have been solid. So
Yeah.
like the
I don't
weird
think
thing
they've had
about
one
like,
bad
I
match.
think they're gonna be, it's like, no, it's been like, it's not difficult, but it's been. So that's the first thing. The second thing I would add is not so much this match, but like this match and then pretty much everything else up until the main event. Like, I appreciate y'all with hyper, but you gotta calm down just a tiny bit, a little bit, because holy shit, it was hard to hear anything happening because it's just people just talking. So I mean, it's cool. It's just the thing is like it felt very reminiscent of. Actually, no, because it was focused on the match, but people were just giggling, whatever. That's just me being the miserable prick. Yeah, no, I like the match. I got really nothing else to say other than the curse has been broken, so that's kind of nice. And yeah, so we'll see what happens with fucking Alexander in 2025.
Jesus, I got one breakout. I'm going to use it right now.
Go ahead, use your breakout.
Yeah. It's interesting that you bring that up at this point, but it's important to note that what you're saying is true for the whole show. Like, I think the excitement did go back to like old VPs, and I am fully not fully. I am a lot of responsible for that. I was very excited for that, so I was like hyping people up and making people.
I wouldn't put it on you.
Apologies for that, but but that's fine. But let's make it clear that this was not a international title issue. People weren't ignoring it. It was a whole show. We probably could have been better of paying attention to commentary or different segments, whatever. That's it.
Lol, congrats on the breakout. But yeah, no. So I'm curious to see what happens now that the curse has been broken. In the ideal world, Bolek wins and can hold on to it, but depending on if Nate's kids are being babysat or not, it'll pretty much matter what happens with this match. So that's like you don't understand. He has like 2 kids, and he was holding one while fighting Jerry. So yeah,
we all got kids. No, we all got kids. No. I ain't putting Nate in a box like that. We all got personalized. We all got shit to do. No. We all got personal shit to deal with. If Nate wants to bury Bolek the same way Russ Cole did, he's gonna fucking do it, and he's gonna move on to the next one. I ain't putting anything on Nate's kids.
I'm saying I hope he does it while holding his baby, because that's.
I hope he does. I hope he's holding both babies, and he plays with his feet and beats that weirdo.
That's I was gonna say. I would be perfectly happy if Nate played with his dick and beat Bolek.
That's disgusting. Anyway,
as long as Bolek loses, we all win, huh?
And speaking of, there's no Bolek content on this show either. But then again, he did have diarrhea. Oh no, that was not him.
Tough break. Okay. So it's our job to build up Bolek as the next international champion, but he doesn't want to do anything.
Absolutely not.
You know what? Let's not. You know what? Bellator is the number 1 contender.
Absolutely not. Got to make Bellator look strong. Oh, Bellator.
No. Fuck Bolek.
Anyway,
find someone else.
Anyway, we're moving on.
Jake, we're moving away from what
I love you, Bolek.
I know. Yeah. I'm sorry.
We got the bash segment, which I was actually talking about. So, we got the bash thing, and I guess I'll talk about this as we get to that part. But yeah, basically Jordan Trance replaces mostly everybody because everybody got fucked or sick. I don't know. It's fun. I really don't know what to add to this other than nothing bad or negative. I'm just.
I got comments once we get to that match.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So anybody want to add upon this, Sponge, or anything to add on this?
I mean, I'm happy to wait to the match.
Okay. Yeah, wait to the match.
Yeah, let's wait to the match. Let's go to Dragana and.
Okay. So the Dragana. I've said this in private, but this is probably my one of the night just because I don't know, it's fun, it's to the point, and it's very indicative. Like Drago has quietly become very proficient at these types of videos, from the sound design to the video and everything in between. It's kind of crazy how Melon has done this on the low, starting from that Bertha shit, like the Bertha whatever feud to now. So yeah, I like this. It was to the point. It was short. It was fun as fuck. The sound got me. The fucking Junko evil laugh was the best. And I don't know. Even the end frame was great. So match itself, it's for the course. It wasn't a domination, but Drago is Drago, and Junko tried. Junko came up short and one and done. That's what it is. That's what fucking Drago's all about. And the conclusion, basically, pro wrestling 101. There's a clickbait thing that's been occurring on the low. Obviously, if you've seen or read or whatever the fuck it doesn't matter. But yeah, little romanticizing of some shit. So it's nice to see. Basically, all I gotta say, I enjoyed the content, and I enjoyed the end screen. I enjoyed also the bullshit. Fucking free for all. Someone go first. I don't care.
Yes, the hype package was brilliant, and it was another example of how the unique nature always wins out in the end. And I'll say this: trying to toe the line between not disparaging the video package and also trying to explain how easy it is to get there. The technical aspects of it are not that difficult to do. So if anybody's watching this and going, I could never do that, the technical aspects are easy. You're not going to match Drago on the creativity, the comedy, the genuine uniqueness that he has. You're not going to do that. But the technical aspects he used to implement his creativity are easy to do. So just try it. Just start working on stuff and you'll get better. Look at so many examples of people that have done that. Drago himself, who has not.
Aye.
He started doing videos just a couple years ago, and now he is one of the very best to do it. And he uses very simple methodology, and it's so unbelievably effective. The match itself also simple but unbelievably effective. Dragana's entire run since she became a full timer once again has been about being true to herself, fighting with love, and really taking advantage of people who are trying to grandstand and hot dog. And so many moments in this match where Junko, the rookie, who has outwardly said that she refuses to fight that way, refuses to fight with love, continue to put herself in disadvantageous situations, which Dragana took advantage of. That, especially at the end, you get hit with one downfall. This is OCW, baby. All it takes is one, 2, 3. This is certainly not over. The post scene was great, especially because Dragana, it's been kind of the same things. Like, oh, they taunt, Dragana rolls them up, Dragana hits them with a move, and then it's it. Then they hug, and then it's over. Junko breaks that cycle by the huge headbutt. That broke my heart. Fuck you, Junko, you whore. And then and the post scene was terrific. This is not over. I hope we get a rematch. I don't know if it'll be the next big defense or the one after that, but this is certainly not over. The clickbait stuff I'll have to keep looking into.
Jim, Jamie, then Junko.
No, I'm gonna jump in.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump in just simply because what Jacob said. For me, working Milan has always been fucking fantastic. I'll say that very clearly. When the feud started, I was kind of like, oh, okay. It's the person that lost to the previous champion is now fighting the new champion. So that immediately kind of made me think, fuck. And obviously, Dragana or hashtag Lucha name was away doing the stuff with the hashtag Lucha name. And it was fun. Like it was funny. It built up this little kind of thing with Dragana and Mexico, and it was fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie. For the feud, I felt like it was a little separated. However, you always had Junko lurking in the background. I think that was accentuated by the segment where she was literally in the crowd, just staring blankly, like, well, I'm gonna fuck you up at some point. And then we got our match. I think a lot of people were maybe expecting Dragana to kill her, to absolutely fucking murder her, and didn't get that. So we had a competitive match between two people. You've got one that, in my opinion, is a lot higher on the, I suppose we'll say, meta scale, with someone a lot lower, but the way they'd done it brought it closer. Whilst I didn't think the winner was ever in danger, it did make me believe that the undercard had a moment, could maybe, you know, all it takes is one reversal, a finisher, boom, we're done. And when it comes to matches, for me, that's something we really need, because you get matches where people just aren't in danger at all. But Dragana versus Junko, whilst, you know, Dragana was ahead, you still had that kind of half moment where Junko put stuff together. It could end. That could be the finish. So for me, personally, that was the most enjoyable part of it, because it wasn't, you know, we have this massive favourite, we have this fucking loser. It was because as the match went on, they got closed. And I think a lot of people kind of, you know, they've been shitting on what Junko is doing, because they just view them as, you know, this flunky for Emp and whatnot. But from what I've learned, Junko is doing their own stuff, and this match, the match doesn't matter. Character-wise, Junko gets to move away from here and go, well, I gave this Hall of Famer a fucking match And for me, that's what matters. The result doesn't matter. Junko gets to move on from here and be so much higher.
Fair assessment. I like that. Well, I'd rather.
Or stay and lose again. Who's next?
Yeah, it's Jim.
JK.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. I saw all of Bash's thoughts on this match, apparently.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he took them all. But the match was very entertaining. I said in the predictions that Junko would have to wrestle a perfect match to like be in it at the end. I don't know that Junko wrestled a perfect match, but wrestled a really good match, and that was clearly enough to be there towards the end. And you know, it was a very respectable showing in the end. I think, like what Jamie was saying, it's not necessarily about wins and losses in some of these situations. You know, when championships are the grab, yeah, you win or lose a championship. But in these matches, it's about trying to elevate a character, and I feel like that this whole thing did it. The presentation of the hype package was amazing. Melon's very creative. I can't say enough about him and how much I enjoy all of the things that he does and all of the creativity he puts into these things. And like Jay said, he's very crafty with what he does. You know, overall, it was a really fun match to do. I was a little surprised by the feud at first, but they hooked me in early, and it's been a fun ride, and we'll see where it goes from here with what happened post-match. I think there will be more on the horizon. But Dragana, peak performance, and you got it.
Junko, this is your match. Go ahead.
Overall, my first feud, it's been fun. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Yeah, it's my first feud. Well, my first like legitimate feud, like over weeks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it was.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Anything over 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been like what, maybe like 5 months. I don't know. Or sorry, 5 weeks. Melon, you can.
But there's been seeds in there. So yeah, you're.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But we planted seeds from maybe before I faced Sue for the title the first time. So you notice I've kind of called her out slowly. I was like, I'm not afraid of you. Like, unlike everybody else, I'm not really afraid of Mystique.
Yeah, prior to the title.
Yeah, Junko's here. Junko's very not. She's a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, she's cocky. Very. She lacks social awareness, put it that way. So yeah, she doesn't believe in any of that mystique or any of that stuff. So that's her. That's just her personality. The goal was to just make her talked about and be polarizing and be memorable. So I think I think I've done so good so far. The build up has been fun. Like just me and Melon just going back and forth. I've been harassing him nonstop, almost daily. Like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think? Yeah. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? We're both like video game and like martial arts nerds, so it was really easy to think of like a package, and just like the overall production part, that stuff was really easy. We knew what we were gonna do in terms of the entrances and things of that nature. We knew we were gonna make it very Asian, very like. He was thinking about maybe like kind of like an earlier like martial arts movie or like 90s Kill Bill type thing. That's kind of what we were thinking. We both love we both love Yakuza. So it was pretty fun.
To be honest.
Yeah. Like, and I was just bouncing ideas off of each other. So it turned out really well. I was really pleased with the final product. In the match, I wasn't trying to do like the reversal and try to go full her. I'm like, no, let me throw you outside and try to drop you in your head 100 times. When I slapped her, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
You and everyone else.
Yeah, you got to be careful with it.
I was like,
don't disrespect.
I was like, oh shit,
up, brother.
I'm like, oh shit, Rusko Bolik, oh shit, run. But yeah, overall, the overall production of it, I'm happy. Everybody seemed to like it, so I'm good.
I'll tell you what, you from the horse's mouth, having somebody tell me that they're designed like situation, what you said about Junko just trying to make a name for herself, I think it plays beautifully into everybody else's read of the situation, because early on in Junko's career, the same behavior elicited babyface responses, and now she's behaving the same way, but because it's against a certain demographic of people, that in this case Jorgana, it elicits a different response, and that is a beautiful way to play not just a babyface or heel, but a character in general, and remain fluid and logical. And that's I love to hear that I'm reading it in the way that it is intended to be.
Yeah.
And that's why I love having Jake on the fucking podcast for shit like that. That's great. Whatever.
Not to back up my wife entirely, but yes.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. So my quick thought on this is, see, I'm not gonna do the Gabriel Vincent Parker glaze, but Junko is one of my favorites just for the simple fact I can't praise people, but because like they like Junko's doing like stuff basically. And that's not to say other rookies aren't, but Junko and Megan start at the same time, more or less. So not a knock on Megan, but you see.
It is a knock on Megan. Megan, I like your character. I want to see you on the show. Come on.
Yeah, you got to do
Let's
stuff.
Come on, Megan. Come on, Megan.
You gotta do stuff, and you gotta interact with people. Even sometimes like as a rookie, you'll go, "Hey, I have an idea," and you just get put on fucking read. Yeah. It's fine. You just gotta fucking.
That's fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, move to somebody else.
It's happened to everybody.
I knew a guy for 6 years before I joined OCW. I asked him to be in a tag team. He ghosted me. Where's he now?
Yeah, wait, who was it?
Ed.
What did you do?
Cobra.
Oh, Cobra. Oh, yeah,
I'm making
yeah.
Cobra. Yeah. Remember when I asked him to be in a tag team?
Yeah. Okay. Everybody's has had that situation at one fucking point. So it's like, hey, doesn't matter. Even now, people just like,
can I jump in real quick?
No, but go ahead.
Yeah, just to double down on like what Jake. Realistically, the reason why this discourse happened this week between me and Gabe is simply because we're doing stuff. That's just really what it comes down to.
Well, between like me and you, like it's either you or Gabe, in my opinion. That's pretty much it. So we'll see.
I don't really.
We'll see how the cookie crumbles.
If we could split
if they come up even, that'll be fucking beautiful. But who the hell knows? Anyway,
give me the torso.
Anyway, moving.
We gotta cut in before we move on.
Jamie, please.
This is your last cut in.
Trust me, it's my last cut in ever. So for me, like a lot of people like, oh, Junko does their own fucking segments. This is your perfect example of Junko doing her own fucking stuff. And that's it. That's the point. Junko does their own shit. Let's acknowledge it.
Contribution and collaboration. Exactly.
Yeah.
Junko just said it. I'm in their DMs every day. This is my idea. This is what I want to do. How can we make this a reality? That's what I'm looking for in somebody that cares to like be a part of this. It's not somebody who can fucking go in Adobe After Effects and make something brilliant, which is great, but the core of that, you need somebody who is willing to jump in and be active.
Here's 20 seconds of my written content. Do something with it.
Boom.
Or my favorite is, hey, let's do something, and you get one sentence. Anyway, that was a shot on Hanzo. I apologize. Love Hanzo.
That's
Moving
fine.
on.
Just be committed. Yeah, we're good. OCW rules. Let's
Moving
move
on. We got
Steven Jackson. This is my first live viewing of him.
We're at the have. Oh yeah, Steven Jackson. So shout out to Steven Jackson for using one of Jamie's arenas. Didn't catch until during the show, and I wasn't even upset. Yeah, no. My only concern is Steven needs to like change the volume a little bit. It's a little low, but other than that, no, I like Steven Jackson. It's a good fucking character. The only other thing, the other part that I actually found hilarious is that, so after I yelled at him about cursing, he's tried not to. So he either bleeped himself out or he tried to like stop and change words, which I appreciate. He's embracing himself as a character, which, I mean, depending on who you ask, could be a slippery slope or it doesn't really matter. But either way, one of my favorite characters, very entertaining, oftentimes hysterical. It's like maybe his third or fourth appearance. Had that one dog shit match, had a good opening match. So I don't know. I like Steven. The fact that, again, this is a rookie / alternative, wish it would have been someone else, but hey, still happy Steven showed up. So I'll leave it at that. Do I want to do FIFA or do I gotta treat you like fucking?
No, I got you. Okay. Steven Jackson is Black Iceman Nate Mac.
That's racist.
Oh wow.
It's not racist. It's 100% fucking true.
We got a rookie.
We have a rookie. Listen to me. Listen. We have a rookie who comes in and has this out idea, this like kind of spooky, kind of supernatural almost idea that has.
Shit.
that has some grounding in it, and it's fun. And then they're like, you know what? This isn't hitting the way I think. Let me take a step back and be genuinely me. Let me just be genuinely myself. Steven Jackson is Iceman Nate Mack. Jinx is Leo Grimm. And then they go through the OCW process and they learn it. And then they're like, you know what? I'm going to be Iceman. I'm going to be Steven Jackson. This is the first live viewing I've had of it. I've seen him on Ambition like in post because I wasn't there for the live show. And I liked him then, but I loved him here. My God, this dude rules. He's so authentic. He's so funny. He's hilarious. Like, I hope it doesn't get to a point where it's forced. It never did with Nate Mack. Every time he came up on the screen when I was watching on Fridays, boom, like that's huge pop. I'm watching him, and I think that's going to be the same thing for Steven Jackson. Jinx, don't let that influence any of your decision making. You are still big in the mix with Jinx right now, so don't lose him. But I was a big fan of this. I loved it, and the sky's the limit for Steve Jackson, really.
So I'm not gonna lie, you had me in the first half, but
Black Ice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, you had me in the first half, but no, the parallels are actually there. Yeah, no, the parallels are actually there. So I agree with you, Jake. As much as it pains me, but yes. Anybody else want to comment on young Steven Jackson? What he said? I threw. Wait, hold up. Now see, you would think that he'd be like, all right, look. No, you would think that he's like, look. In real life, I fucking haul boxes all fucking day, cigarette boxes. You would think he would at least change it to something else, to cigarettes, but nah, he's like, nah.
He's so real. He's like, no, I'm a member of this. I got a 6-figure contract with OCW. I'm on the biggest show of all time.
It might be five.
But I just got off my box lugging job, and I'm now here on the biggest pay-per-view in OCW history. That popped me crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. He might be on that Jack Evans AEW pay schedule where he gets like $35,000 a fucking year. And it's only pay per appearance, and he got paid for health insurance. So times are tough.
Hey, that money's going up if he keeps up this work.
My God, yeah. So, fucking whoever, Jim, you're up. Fuck it.
Jim, you're up.
Remember during Ambition commentary, I asked you about that, and he said, "Yeah, no, Steven's on pay per appearance."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh,
there you go. That's canon now. Love it."
So, so that was there, and
it's $120.
It is Jinx. That's the person. Like, I've had a lot of conversations with Jinx.
Same.
DNS.
That's Steve, dude. That's him. That's why I love it so much. That's just Steve.
That's the beauty of it, but also the problem of it.
Well, yeah, of course. You can take it personally, but he's really good at this point. Kind of just buckling down, taking the things that he needs to do. And the character is very interesting. I think that he's here now to stay with it, and he'll balance both. He's really done a good job with that so far, of doing what he needs to do with both of them. And I'm here for it. I want to see more of the character. Just enjoy the segment overall.
As long as he doesn't have fucking Bolek matches, I'm good.
I don't want to extend this, but I'm very interested in Jamie's criticism of him being genuine.
Well, we're gonna skip Junko because I'm sure Junko had in. Wow, I was rude. I'm sorry.
We don't need to skip Junko.
Wow,
but I'm just telling you, I want to hear Jamie.
No, but I was gonna say something like we don't need to hear Junko's opinion because that sounds.
We don't need to hear your opinion.
Wow.
Don't do that. It's 20 years, buddy. You're gonna do that to me in 20 years.
I'm just gonna say.
I'm just trying to rush.
One sentence. I think this is a prime example of like what you should do if you're bringing an alt in, and if you notice, Coco did it as well too. Once the second alt once the alt comes in, you notice the primary kind of raises their game as well. You notice, when PD came in, Coco kind of started doing more stuff, and we're like, oh shoot, we want to see Coco more. I think this is kind of the same thing. Where like as soon as Stevie came in, Jinx was like, yo, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of being second or third fiddle. Oh shit, excuse me. So I don't know. It's kind of like a competition between the handler and like their alt and their main. It's pretty cool. That's all.
All right. So that being said, we'll go to Jamie.
I did the same thing.
We'll go to Jamie, and I say this with the utmost respect. Please be succinct. Go for it, Jamie.
You want to be quick? So for me,
why do you hate Steven Jackson? Why are you a racist?
Jesus Christ! Let's think.
Why do you hate Black Ice?
Fuck me.
I'm sorry.
So for me, I actually do like Steve's portrayal of Steve because it's basically Steve. I'm not gonna lie. The point that got lost upon me was we have Rex, we've got Mugen, we've got Jordan Trans, so we have all these kind of like hyper fucking hardcore characters,
Mm-hmm.
and then suddenly someone shows up like, well, I'm the hardcore wrestling god. Like, cool, awesome. I think for me though, Steve match-wise has not very much been distinct from Jinx, but as time has now went on, his character is starting to move away from it. So I'm not going to go, oh, I like it, oh, I don't like it. I'm just going to say I want to see where it goes from here, because at the end of the day, he is, you know, he's been on a show, a pay-per-view. He's done something for what people will see as his secondary character, and that for me means a lot. Like, you get guys that will just bring out a character and are like, oh, I'm pay-per-view my main, I'll just fucking do a written roleplay and people will talk about it. He went away, recorded his entrance, recorded a voice promo, which apparently none of you, by the way, talked very much about. Haha. Whilst there was parts of it where his pitch could have been up and down.
You talking about his first one?
Yeah, I'm talking about the one where he came out and fucking spoke on the stage, where he did a full voice promo.
Yeah, everybody talked about it, Poppy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just said
But
nobody
he came
did.
out. No one here did.
He's trying to
probably.
shoot at us.
Well,
He's trying to shoot at us.
are you talking about this video? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. So overall, Steve,
Is that a criticism?
Wait,
Do you think he should have been in the ring?
Let me finish. Shut up, fucking Adam. So Steve came out. He did a full, complete voice promo on a character that people just view as this kind of side thing. So full props to him
Maybe you.
for that. Well, I don't. I'm curious to see where it goes.
Jamie, not to be rude, but we all like, yeah, we like the voice and we talked about the voice, Poppy.
No. I know where he's coming from, but
I digress.
I do understand him. We didn't bring up that he's on the stage, but I didn't bring it up because I don't think it matters. Like, why does that matter that he's on the stage talking shit? Like that to me, that adds to his thing because he's a no nonsense. He just worked a fucking 9 to 5. He's not going to come out here and do the wrestler thing. He's like, hey, I'm on the stage.
That's fair.
Yeah,
But, like,
that's where I see it from.
To give Steve his full fucking flowers or whatever we're using for this, he literally just turned his microphone on, hit record, and did a full promo.
And it's great.
Yeah, that's the way I was fucking saying before. That's the beauty of this motherfucker.
He's just saying that we didn't give him his flowers. Okay, I understand.
Got you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
We got
So
it.
you're saying it's difficult to do some shit like that, so he
Yeah,
should be applauded.
it's so hard, especially
It is
like,
hard.
because you don't have a crowd, you don't have anyone to fucking react off of, and he's just like went, "At record, I'll talk." Hopefully, like
And he
it.
sounds great, right? Like that's yeah. I think I.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the volume, that's the
now
beauty
that
of
I
that character.
understand.
That's why I like that character.
His pitch and accentuation maybe needs to go up and down. But again, it's it's fucking new. It's a fucking new
It is.
horizon to so many people.
What is this, like the third time he's been on TV?
Yeah,
Third or
Probably.
fourth?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you got the point across, and yeah. See now,
Okay, I
he's gonna
understand.
see now. Fuck, he's getting all gas. Fuck
I'm
you.
I'm the spider. No, I'm the spider. I'm the spider of this
voice
chat.
chat.
I'm gonna translate what Jamie's trying to say, much like Spider translate what Jay's tried to say in Discord.
I feel offended. Anyway, we're moving on. I'm sure no one has anything else to add. Spend way too
Rex
much time
Pugh.
glazing on
Now this is I'm super interested to hear what Jamie thinks. Rex Pugh, what's up?
Wait. Before you fucking
No. I'm not pitching it to him. I'm just telling you what's next.
Oh well, yeah, no. Well, it is. We have the promo video for thing, and then the match itself. I think personally, I'll get my thoughts out for. Actually, should I wait till last? No, fuck it, I'll say it first because I haven't had a chance to really say shit. I love this for the simple reason that throughout the entire, most of it is written. There's like maybe one video promo. This is, if you notice, the promo is basically like the entire story has been how Rex is less than, and how Pugh has also said that while he is like in one place, him and Rex are similar, but Rex is still less than, and he called him like a second rate. So basically, he's taking his entire legacy and saying it don't mean shit. and he's saying that he's just like Pew in the same way that they'll never reach their full potential. And Rex is like, it's closing time on his career. Rex is saying on his own career, which Rex has done multiple times. I prefer this version as opposed to the fucking sad skibbity bibbity drunk one from Turmoil.
I'm so glad you said that.
Either way. So a couple things with this actual match. This actual match was beautiful because it portrayed Rex the way Rex is supposed to be portrayed. Like if I was gonna quote unquote call this thing, this is how I would kind of do it. It played up to all of Rex's strengths. It was great. It was a dominant performance. And the best part about this is that, like, I don't think anyone did, but if anyone goes, ha ha ha, Pew got jobbed out, he don't give a fuck. And then it's beautiful because if someone else happened to them, they would probably fucking close off their guy for a little while to get the stink off, whatever the fuck it is. Either way, this is a big moment for Rex. And I mentioned to see how Pew bounces this off, especially what he has going on. Like, there's plenty of opportunities for without spoiling it, certain elements to come into play and be like, well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Either way, it was a fun match to watch. It was entertaining as fuck, and it was a fucking Rex has pretty much been on one for a minute now. He did it to Russ, he did it to Pew, and I'm sure he did it in between. So it's fucking
Waterman.
I'm happy. Yeah. Waterman as well. So
don't talk about it. Don't do that.
Don't you dare. He's been quietly beasting, and I also pop greatly for that quick like Rex's highlights kind of video that was also good. Put him over a little bit, and then the Pew music also I enjoyed it. So yeah, it was a fucking fun match, and I'm greatly enjoyed it. And someone mentioned Grace earlier, so I'll say it again. This is how you compete with Grace, because again, not to bury the roster, but Jay could actually attest to this in his time too. Sometimes, like, sometimes you get an ass whipping, like, oh, can we please? And it's like, no redos, Bubba, unless the game broke. So yeah, this is good. Pew ain't.
Yeah,
bitch.
I don't think.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Sorry, I thought you were pushing.
No. You thought I was what?
Like pitching it to someone else.
No. I'm just saying in general, like some other people this would happen to them and they'll fucking have a conniption fit, and it's like, it's not that serious. Relax. And also selling the fucking bandage, I'll get to later on. Regarding, I was selling the burn mark from Bash 6 months ago, Jim? How long ago was it before when you brought
it? It was the first pay-per-view back. So it was at Point Break.
So that was like back in like March, April.
9 months.
Still selling it. So I'll get to that later on. But yes, Rex looked great. The presentation for Rex was great, and it was a fun match. It did what it had to do, especially for someone like Rex. We'll do Junko, Jake, Jim, and then Jamie at the end, because that's his man's. Go for it.
This was good. I like this. I like the entire build up. Pew's really good at getting a message across. So when I was reading and watching specific things, I'm like, oh fuck, he's really trying to die. This story arc with Rex has been pretty riveting too. Because when I first got here, I'm like, I don't really know much about him per se, and he's not really like out there and like, oh, let me grab a mic and talk my shit. Besides that one promo about I think it was last. I don't know if it was Turmoil or Riot. Somebody correct me.
Turmoil, he went crazy.
Yeah, when he went crazy, right? Like that was my first time. I'm like, oh shit, he's actually mad. Even this little shot right here, like, yo, bro, storytelling. Like y'all don't pay attention, right? So, two of the two best storytellers that have been here since I've witnessed. This is a freaking force of nature in the ring. So I don't want anyone to be like, oh my god, like Pew got shit on. Pew's still amazing. He just ran into a Scottish bear. And like realistically, even just to piggyback on that, like this is a storytelling platform. Really, what it comes down to, right? So again, I know Pew will be fine, but anyone who's been smashed, I've been smashed, right? Turn it into a story.
You just were.
Yeah, just turn it into a story. I think exactly, right?
I'm sorry.
To make it about Junko.
Get down there.
To make it about Junko for 30 seconds, whether I won or lost, you can make it into a story and you can make it riveting. That's all it is. It's just storytelling.
That's it.
Right?
That's wrestling.
And just do something. Don't just be like, okay, you know what, I lost. And like take your tail and run home. Do something with it. Make us care. Right? And these are two legends for a reason, and this is why, right? Really. And again, I was saying in the beginning, I didn't really know much about Rex. Like, he doesn't really talk. And now I want to see him do more. I hope he doesn't retire. If he does, he does. But I hope he doesn't. And this is another reason why. And again, kudos to Pew. Kirigo.
Jim.
No, I was next.
Oh, you're next.
Eat
Sorry,
shit.
Jake.
So first and foremost, this is multiple times over now.
Jake.
I cannot
Dude, it's me.
I cannot fucking believe how aligned with everything I believe that Junko. Every time Junko says something, I'm like, well, I was going to say all of that. So yeah. I mean, it's the same shit that Junko just said. These two have been brilliant for so many years in the most simplistic ways, and Rex is the most obvious example of that. Not just talking about the in-ring stuff, because obviously we all know Rex has had one of the best in-ring personas of anybody over the last, certainly the most of the modern era, right? The production era.
Sure.
Like Rex is it in-ring, and like they had this. What they tried to do back in 2019 when they did this, and it just went out with a wet fart. Everything leading up to it was terrific, just like it was here, but then the match itself at Consequence was dog shit. And so for them to bounce back here and do it so well and utilize elements of the previous story was just great. And yeah, Rex, the reason every time he pops off and does a promo that's more than 3 lines, the reason it feels so impactful is because he doesn't need to do that. He goes in the ring and he's able to capture. I've had so many matches with Rex and I've never had a bad one. Like he is able to capture the element of OCW and the element of I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you with no holds barred, and it's still a good match. It's not thirsty. None of it is against FPR. Like he's terrific. He's one of my favorite people to work with, and he always will be. He has been leading up to this whole thing of. Like, this is his grand hurrah where he wants to run out. And that kind of makes me sad. It makes me cry because he has always been kind of a static existence in OCW. But this whole story was so perfect. And it's a great example of why the bastions of old shouldn't be immediately dismissed. Like, they're putting in the work. Like, this is some of the best storytelling that we saw on the lead up to this, because it's utilizing that archival footage. Golly, I haven't even talked about the hype package. This has to be my second favorite hype package, and it's so hard to say that because technically it's very, very simple. But because of all of the impact emotionally and historically that both of these two have, Rex on the whole build-up, his whole arc was about, I'm going to be the greatest, I'm going to build my legacy. And then every single step of the way where he did that, somebody else came in and undercut him, and he never betrayed his own values. And look at the guy. You can see in the hype package, I initially laughed at him because you go from this skinny up-and-coming Rex and he just becomes fatter and fatter and fatter, but he never ever betrays who Rex is. It doesn't matter what he looks like. It doesn't matter how many tattoos he has. It doesn't matter how many times B-17 fucked up his cash-in or ruined his title reign. He is still Rex. He is still Rex. And just like he was at Consequence when Pew made him sit through a 30-minute match, he was Rex then, and he beat his ass then. He is Rex now at the 20th anniversary when he beat him in 4 minutes. So I don't know what Rex is going to do next. Junko was absolutely right. Everything that he said it better than I did. Tremendous match, tremendous story, and it was very fitting to be on this show.
I'll break out before Jim real quick. Rex specified this is going to be a wrestling match, and it was a wrestling match. So there's like an avenue for them to have like a Scum City death match, and then maybe fucking Pew gets hardcore. Because remember, like, this is what people don't understand. I know, and I'm gonna be petty here, so I'll say it again. I know some people are allergic to history if it's not their shit, but Pew was one of the longest running hardcore champions back in his time. I think Parker maxed out at 18 or 19 defenses. Pew had 14, 15. Pew was behind either way, but yeah, he was a hardcore dude. So if they go Scum City and maybe they fight again and maybe Pew comes up top, it'll be interesting. Either way, they redeemed the garbage that they did in 2019. So I'm happy to say that. Jim, you're up, then Jamie.
So I think that first of all, these two guys are both two really tough outs, having stood across from both of them multiple times at this point. And they put on a pretty good match. You know, it was one of those situations where, as a handler, I think you know when you're dead, and when you're dead, you're dead. It wasn't something where you had a crap match like there was before, and the situation was acrimonious, if you will. So good on them. I like the build. I read they're very good writers, both of them. The hype package was very effective in the way that it did the news, and it felt like almost 35, so like I'm familiar with newspapers, reading newspapers, so it felt like old timey and nostalgic for me in a way that probably hits for most of you in here right now. You know what I mean? So it was simple but effective because it communicated the situation. It showed the highs and the lows, and the match. I wish it would have been a more competitive match, and back and forth between them. But that's the situation, and they played it well for what it was. And I would definitely like to see them again at some point in the future try and do it.
Jamie. Jamie, please. I think Jamie.
He's having trouble. I saw him mute and unmute multiple times in Discord.
So did I.
Okay. So he's either
and now he's gone.
Jump back.
All right. My guests are here, so we need to move on quick.
Okay. Moving right along. What do we have? Oh, the green bar thing. We have what the fuck do we have?
It's Spider.
Right. Oh yeah.
Just make it about me.
Yeah. Fucking Spider. Fuck Spider, and then fucking. All right. So on a personal level, this was great, but now I gotta fucking bring up Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
okay.
I can't do it anymore.
This fucking guy's killing me.
You took all my rights away, Jay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, he's back.
Did you want to add something real quick?
Thank you, Headset. So for me, the hype package was fucking beautiful.
It was amazing, right?
There's not much I can add to it other than everything was kind of encapsulated. The Rick story, the Pew story, it was all fucking there. I think there was a typo somewhere in it, but who the fuck cares? It honestly was fucking beautiful. I'll go on record as saying it was the hype package of the night.
Jesus.
I'm sure people will disagree with it, but it was fucking beautiful.
It's second for me, just for the emotional stakes.
Yeah, like it was so well done, and for them to then go into a match that obviously the previous match they had, it was like, oh well, I'm gonna make Rex. This is gonna be fucking great, and the match was dog shit. I made Rex, thank you. But the match that they had,
it means less when you say it.
Was so much better. And it's not much saying it, right? But the match that they had tonight was so much better than what was previously given out. And again, it was all just Rex fucking violence. He killed Pew. And that was it. It was beautiful. It was fun to watch. We got the result that we all expected. We wanted. However, we had the plus of the fucking beautiful hype package. So, huge plus to Dan for that. And it was fantastic. That's all I have to say. The match was fantastic. It was great variety. But the hype package was it for me.
Well said.
This is incredibly inconvenient.
What?
I know what comes next, and I know that I have to leave immediately after. So let's just get this out of the way. Because my guests arrived, and I looked at what was next. Anyway, let's just get to it.
Yeah, either way.
I'm sorry in advance.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, no, this is Spider being trashed with it. Now he has two eyes. Canon, I guess he got eye surgery, which is stupid. He needs to go back to one swollen eye. No, it's my only. Oddly enough, you want to know? I have three quips actually. Number one, we know how I feel about Big Frog. Like, until I see a bullfrog splash, I won't be on board. That's the first thing. Second thing is, yeah, that's really my only equivocation. Literally, I've been saying that, but no one gives a fuck. My only other thing is, Spider promo is remarkably actually well done, which is kind of nice. I like that. He's not an idiot, but I like to call him an idiot. So I like the whole.
It's his promo. For the record, it's
I know.
I'm sorry, it's not my turn.
Yeah. It was nice to see. It's nice to see Jake back. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that beard. Whatever. Yeah, no, like part of me is happy, part of me is sad, but you know why I'm sad. Jake knows why I'm like bummed, but that's basically it. I'll leave it to everybody else to fucking whatever. So Jake, you want to go first because you got to go?
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, I'll stay to the end of this because I want to hear all of you put me over, and then I'll give my take on the rest of the show. But I will go first here. Yeah, the reason that it was a great Spider promo is because Spider made this. Like, just so we're clear on this is why we all work with the people that we work with, is because they are into it. He approached me with this shit.
God,
An ACL injury takes a lot longer than 6 months. I am not medically cleared to compete, and a number of people commented on the fact that I had
complete.
These giant bullshit knee pads. Anyway, yeah, that's all his words. Everything there, that's all Spider.
It's a good promo.
Obviously it is. I did it in a specific way to make it look like it was Spider, because if I did it in a different way, people would have been like, "Oh, Jake is here." So yeah, so I did it that way, and I was interested to see the reaction to it. It was all frog stuff. Jay, I know you don't like that, but the big frog is here. Ribbit. I mean, you got to just run with the flow.
Christ,
So
I don't like this.
ribbit. I went to a Dominican barber. I mean, I do that in my time. It's fine. So I'm here.
You went to a Haitian barber at this point.
Spider. So here's the main thing. Spider is absolutely not going to run down the new generation. I'm not going to let that happen. He probably had many other considerations for matches at Ambition 100, and if courts can get medically cleared, that will be my match. Yeah, I'm happy to be back, at least in this capacity. Fuck you, anybody that critiqued the beard. It's a great beard.
Just
the big frog is back, and Spider will not be the one who dictates the future of OCW. That's all I'm going to say.
fantastic. I'll give Jake his roses, flowers, and other fucking chocolates. So he feels, yo, can you fucking stop with that big? Yo, I'm like, let me stop. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's over. It's over for you, Jay. I was initially with you where I was like, big frog. It's like the Roman big dog thing. That's kind of funny.
It is.
But it's taken on a life of its own. So I've embraced it.
It has not.
It has genuinely taken on its own life. Like, I was
has
away
not.
on vacation. I was away on vacation.
Listen.
And I messaged fucking Jake with a
Listen.
random picture of a frog. It's
All,
like, yeah,
all I want
Say
to
it again,
say
Jamie.
is,
What is the word? Say it, Jamie.
all I want to say.
frog. I don't do it in Gaelic.
Listen.
Yes, do it in Gaelic.
No,
Frog.
don't do it in
Can't
Gaelic.
do it.
Listen,
He doesn't have the time.
Listen, before we go to the next person, all I want to say is keep the same energy when I run something into the ground, because that's the common thing that I get sometimes. So it's
I
fine.
do. I always do.
Well, good.
I
I'm
support
glad.
you
I'm glad you do.
inherently.
Anyway, who's Jim? You're up. Jim and Jump.
Also, Parka, congratulations on your title win. Stay.
Are you leaving now, yeah? Bye.
No, I'm not.
He wants to hear Jim and Jump.
I'm
Well,
just
telling
telling Parka.
Yeah.
I'm just telling Parka to enjoy saying Ribbit while he can. That's it.
Oh my fuck off.
I have a 50 fucking second voice note from some wrestling promoter.
I keep interrupting people. I want to talk about the rest of the show.
Jim,
so let's get.
You
through
are up.
All right. So I am not happy to see the right guy. Fuck the right guy. You know, but that's just
fair.
me. This might
How dare you?
Well, I mean, you know, we've had that conversation before, but don't mess with him. And you know, the segment overall was fun. It's nice to see Spider getting back on TV, doing some stuff. You know, getting out of catering. So good on him.
I love.
He is the GM of catering, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
you're
that's
the
his
man,
official
Jim.
title.
I love that.
Fuck off. Junko, you're up.
I have to put over Jake versus. This is lame. Are you?
Oh, shut up. You loved it.
You always should.
Everyone except everyone except Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Love you. It was good. I was interested. It got me interested. I did pop. I was like, oh shit. It's funny because I was doing some like lore diving. I like to do it when I'm bored, and I was on chapter 4, so that was good. So it was a huge pop. I was like, oh, when he came out, I'm like, Black Phoenix this bitch, please. Then I looked at his knees. I'm like, oh shit, he's not lifting shit. So
No, he's not.
yeah, he's not lifting shit. So I'm like, it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see what happens next with these old fogies.
Wow, I'm an old fogey now.
Wow. Yeah, you're a relic. You're a relic.
I
Yeah.
can't believe I'm a fogey.
You're
Jay, I can't believe I was running post-show pods in 2018. I never imagined I'd be a fogey. That's
you're one of the older guys now. Like,
So-
and when you come back and everybody pops, and you know.
So the joke, don't ribbity pop. The joke is like actually now like B7, B17. El Parga, fucking Rex, the Twit, like Doc and Tony. Like now, technically, they're also old. So I want people to keep that same fucking energy. I'm sorry, I'm hateful. I can't help it. But
I can't fucking wait to call. I can't wait to call Junko a fogey in 8 years. That's all I'm gonna say.
If I'm still here, but yes, fuck. Oh my
Junko and his 8 characters that he has established.
Oh my god, like
pussy.
Like, did you get your flowers, Jake? You're good to go now. You fuck.
Yeah. Well, did Jim put me over?
Jim put you over. Jamie put you over. Everybody did.
Okay, good. Yeah, so I'm not medically cleared, but I'm back. You could tell. I'm looking at him lean on the ropes right now, and my knees hurt.
Injured, like
shit. Jesus Christ. So
rolling out the ropes.
Jay, I noticed that you were like, oh, you don't want people just coming out and not doing like anything. Yeah, there's a reason I didn't do anything.
I was making a joke at Parker. That's what I was doing.
Well, I'm telling you, there's a reason because there's what am I supposed to say?
I know. No. But again, I was pointing out Parker because Parker says that, but then if you do, it's like it's fine because it's the big fraud.
Yeah, no. But Parker's right though. So on the second half of that, anything Spider says after I show up doesn't matter because he is worthless. So you guys can talk about that when we get to it. Let me get one last shot here before I go. All right. So Bertha and Imp, the hype package, elite. Empress is the best video producer OCW has ever seen, and she has created an era that is untouchable. She is unbelievable to work with, cooperatively, conditionally, like any word you want to use. Empress is amazing to work with, and if you don't like Empress, then you are the one in the wrong. I'm sorry to say. The Bertha Stiglitz thing is good. I thought it's like a fun, a lot of title reigns. You could have every single title reign be like this big scrappy up-and-comer like John Carter and El Parka, but not everyone is going to be that. Sometimes it's going to be a returning legend. Sometimes it's going to be an underdog like Cheyenne Lovelace. Sometimes it's going to be AC Cobra, and this I thought was perfect as her first defense. The match itself was beautiful. Bertha beat the shit out of her after Junko was ejected. Empress was clearly shook, and that's going to play into Empress's character development going forward. She was shook when her support system went away. That's been a consistent theme of Empress for the entirety of her reign of terror. Whether it's her GM reign or her world title reign, she did manage to come back and beat Bertha, which was fun. Great. The Batgirl trailer, like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, Valkyrie Edo is one of the most impressive human beings I've ever met. Empress is involved in it. We are mainstream. OCW is the best. I loved the True Survivors idea on paper. I loved it so much. It was such a creative idea to utilize the CCW title, the DNS feud. It reminds me so much of the Castianity Team OCW feud that we had a number of years ago, except it from a different angle, a unique angle. And I love that Trey Golden is involved because I love that character and he is getting back into the swing of things. The Wolves of Vanguard reunion was tremendous. The whole story was beautiful. And I think the fact that it was such a demonstrative ass beating on the side of DNS played perfectly into that. I wish, if anything, we could have got a better, more fleshed out explanation for the people who weren't involved in it, other than just Bash saying, oh, he got food poisoning. Like, I think it would have been better if all of them came in and did their own thing, like a series of events leading up to the match where, Cody is supposed to be in it and something happens. Bullock is supposed to be in it and then something happens. And then Jinx is supposed to be in it and then something happens. And then boom, Jacob Trance. And you go, oh shit, that Trey Golden feud is there.
Jacob Trance?
He's dead. Jordan Trance. That's a nitpick thing, but the match itself was such a shock to the system, and it was beautifully placed, Jay. I told you when you were like, should I move this? I'm like, no, it's perfect before the main event. Probably my favorite segment of the night was the Rumble Bellas imploding.
Yes.
This has been so beautifully told in a way, like, it's so easy to rush this. This Rumble Bellas thing has been Belle's entire personas since she came back. It's been one of my favorite things. Belle has been one of my favorite characters since she came back, and she has continually been the bigger person until she can take no more, and she had to slap Ashley Moore in her stupid face. A little side note, Belle using the slap so prominently in her comp matches and then using it in a storyline segment, beautiful. Belle is perfect. I love her. On the same note, the conflict between Marissa and Mad Dog has the same kind of notes where somebody's standing up for themselves after so long being beat down. This is a story that Marissa has told multiple times, but Mad Dog is doing it in a very different and unique way, where he's actually standing up for himself in the early going. And so I don't know what's going to happen after that, but there's a lot of, much like the Ryeverse usually does, there's a lot of different branching kind of results we could get to here. Yeah. Bro, Tiberius Dupree's monumental decree is picturesque what OCW should be. Like, this motherfucker had me fooled. Like, this dude, he said he worked everybody. He has been complaining about the future investment since 2020. He has been bitching about this in private. This is
he literally stated in show discussion about how he'd be happy for it to be like this fucking every now and again thing.
He does it in DMs. He does it in private chats. He does it everywhere, and he's brilliant. Anytime, I'm telling everybody this right now, whether you're new, whether you're a vet, whether you're a legend, I don't care. If you see that fucking dragon pop up on pay-per-view, good shit's coming, all right? And it did come. Certified greatness is coming. I wish it was a different pay-per-view. Go fuck yourself, RD Money. You will never get a feud with me. But the future investment briefcase for both. And the fact that it's a Summerside shot, like, that's huge, especially because Summerside may be moving before Lucian next year. Like, we're going to move some schedule things around. That's crazy. And then we go to the best high package of the night. This was beautiful. I think Brian said that that Liam did it. Liam does not get enough credit because he is a contrarian and he often pisses people off. But despite that fact, I love him to death. He is one of the best storytellers that we have. And even if he pisses people off, he still holds a place in my heart. This package here told the perfect story between what John Carter is and what El Parca is. And for that reason, it made me infuriated that John Carter ruined all of it by starting his fucking entrance by talking.
Thank you.
Shut up, John. Just shut
you.
up. You're not the talking man. We want to love you. We want you to be the underdog. We want you to be the scrappy guy who comes and conquers the reign of terror. And you ruined it at the beginning. And like, if you won after that bullshit, we could have like fixed it. But you just I don't have a great way to explain it.
He was trying to be Samson.
No matter how many times we get it, yes, Samson did it beautifully. But no matter how many times we talk about it, John finds a way to get in the good graces of the OCW universe, and then he immediately ruins it. So I don't know where he goes from here, but I know where El Parca goes from here, and that's continuing one of the most dominant reigns of the OCW title. If he comes anywhere close to breaking my record of the longest OCW title reign, I will take it from him. So sorry, Brian, ribbit, go fuck yourself. I'm going to have a fire.
Have fun. Have a fire. Okay. That's going to do it for, I guess, everyone else. Never mind. All right. We got more. Thank you, Jake.
Where
yeah.
Bye, Jakey.
We got up to I believe Emp, and then Jake went on his fucking tangent. Yeah. So it's fine. Thank you, Jake, for he's gone now. Okay. Well,
yeah,
it was beautiful, Jake. Thank you for saying everything that ever needs to ever be said ever.
Yeah. Okay. So we're on the Emp thing. We'll continue where Jake left off, and then I guess we'll go from there. God damn it, I'm out of breath. Enjoy yourself, Jake. Glad to show up. It's funny because I didn't even invite him, and he just showed up. So it worked out at the end. It's hilarious.
Jake, right?
Yeah. And anybody else was like, "Oh, I'll come on and get it." I fucking said, if you want in, just fucking say something. But Cody did. I have ignored you, Cody. I apologize, but at this point, I don't want. You know what? We'll put you in for the 4-way because whatever. Because I'm not trying to hear like a lot of Codyism. No offense, Cody. I'm just being honest. That sounded cunty. I'm so sorry, dude. But I can't. Anyway.
I don't think it's saying cunty at all.
Anyway, I'll bring in Cody towards the end. So we have the Emp title match. Yeah, no. Jake pretty much said what I was gonna say. I like the match. Spider said something really funny to me. Spider said, what the fuck did he say? He said something along the lines of, they really think I'm bad at this game or some shit like that. Anyway, no, it was fucking great.
I'm good, I swear.
It was really fucking good. I didn't again, I don't skip these matches or whatever. So when it was watching it live, you know, me doing my bullshit, I was still like very much. Cause I'm like, fuck, Spider's gonna wind up being champion. Ain't this a fucking like? I was like, fuck. So that's why I was getting into it. So I hope I did my job doing that thing. The promo video was good. Again, the beauty of the videos that we had this show, every video has something different, which is, again, there's no specific formula to what you do. just do something. Like Pew got bullied by me into doing something because Rex was supposed to do it, so Pew did it instead. This thing was basically a recap of the last 2 weeks, which is fine. The main event one was like an encompassing historical thing. The Mercer one was like this long doctrine type thing. The one with Valkyrie and thing was more of like an event type thing, like showing the whatever. So everybody putting their own unique stamp as opposed to like, oh, I have to recap my entire thing. No, do something that works for you and do something that you can do quickly. The Drago thing was basically just like a mini movie trailer. So everybody put their own spin on something and they wound up working out really well.
They all had their kind of
everyone had a flavor to it,
nuances to it. So it was fun.
So back to the M thing, Bertha match. I'm not gonna be petty about the build. I'm not gonna be petty about anything. The match itself actually delivered a lot, and oddly enough, I was debating putting this second to last, like after the fact, just because of what happened at the fucking the True Survivors. But either way, good spot, good match, good fun. I have nothing really to add. It was a good fucking match. It was a solid defense, and I'm happy that people are able to defend more than once. So that's fun for me. So we'll do Junko, Jim, then Jamie, all the J's, and me, Jay.
All the J's.
There's mad J's.
Quadruple J.
So Junko, you're first because you're in this match.
I'm going to be petty about the build because this is my mentor. Yeah, it is what it is.
And be succinct because I'm not trying to have 2 hours.
I'll try
fucking Brian's talking shit too.
Yeah, she's amazing, isn't she? She's just amazing.
Stop the glazing my wife. I'll fuck you up.
It is what it is. I like the match. The match was good. Ryu wrestled a good big woman style. Like so if anyone who has like a big wrestler, watch, learn. It was really good, like small versus big or whatever the case would be. Obviously, I'm not gonna glaze the storytelling, but she's good. Everything she does is great. Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens now. Future should be bright in terms of. I really don't know what's next for Emp in terms of the title, so it'll be interesting just to see what that crazy woman comes up with. But good shit.
Jimmy.
Bertha really surprised me with her performance. You know, you made the mention of Spider saying they think I'm bad at the game. Well, I mean, it's apparently not that bad because he put in a very, noteworthy performance in this match, just despite not winning it. So I thought he did really well. The match and, the whatever criticism around the opponent and whatever all was, at this point, unwarranted. It delivered on what it needed to be. As far as the hype package is concerned, I mean, you've all said it. It's excellent work. Emp does great stuff. I enjoyed the pageantry of it, the presentation of it, and the match itself. It was a tale of two halves, if you will. Bertha started out and she overpowered Emp, but she came back, and that was that. So.
I'm so sorry, Jim.
It's nothing to do with what you were saying.
I'm on my second thing of Jack. Jack. What the fuck is it called? Johnny Walker. But I fucking said Jamie just couldn't do his Bolek impression. His garlic Bolek, and it's like Gaelic. Never mind. I'm sorry. You're done with your thought, right, Jimmy? All right, cool. I guess Jamie's up.
Actually, I really enjoyed the promo video for it. I thought it kind of encapsulated everything that we were expecting. A lot of people will probably agree with what I said, that I felt that the match itself was a bit of a kind of contest. For me, I felt like Emp was always going to win.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Yeah, I know about all that shit.
Are you
can what's my opinion? You can get fucking angry about it if you want.
I'm not getting angry, but it's like I guess if you go from like handler perspective, I'll give you that, but if you watch that match, I didn't think
that. Are you
watching
it getting mauled right now?
I'm the perennial.
If you let me get into the meeting.
All right, sorry, brother. Go ahead, brother.
So when you walk into it, was a kind of handler aspect, you're like, well, Emp's gonna win because storyline wise, fuck, Emp needs to win it. When you get into the match, it still played out the way I thought it would. However, on the psychology aspect of it, it was a case of fuck you, Jordan, and your fucking 32-minute explanation. I suppose we can have a 32-minute explanation. You fucking burying people. The match itself told the exact story you thought. You had this big fucking behemoth coming in and surprising the challenger, and she just kept picking her up and fucking slamming her all over the place, and then Emp got into rhythm and fucking won. So it was the perfect fucking story.
I
But
agree
weird
with you, yeah.
because you expect, you know, the bad guy, bad girl, bad person, whatever we're doing now, to be, you know, fighting from the bottom up. But we had the opposite. Fuck you, Jordan. We had the bad person fighting from the bottom up, as opposed to, I suppose, the pseudo babyface who was fucking yanking her all over the place. Be dominant.
Yeah, but isn't that like
yeah?
isn't that like a sorry to cut you off, like you know, like a Brock Lesnar Daniel Bryan situation?
Yeah, basically. But again, thank you for cutting me off because it gives me something to base off of. It was fantastic to see this big dominant babyface doing a big dominant fucking babyface role, because you get so many people that just, you know, I'm big, I'm bad, and they get murdered. Whereas we had the opposite. We had the big bad person doing big bad people things. As much as we wanted to cheer for them, you know, the underdog heel won. So the match delivered. Whilst I still think that the whole concept of it was a bit weird, where we're expecting him to still win, the match itself delivered, because yeah, you had the badass babyface fucking yeeting the bad guy around. It was fun to watch that, for me anyway. I don't know.
I think me and you agree on the same thing. We're just wording it differently, like with me and Jake.
Sounds like it. Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, like from my perspective, I always, and this is a me thing, so I don't know if this is just a me thing, but like I come into these matches like I know who I want to win, but just because I want them to win doesn't necessarily mean it happens. So watching what happened for most of this match, I was very much shook, because I know the handler, I know Emp. Emp does not give a solitary fuck. As long as the match is fun, it is what it is. So like I'm like, oh fuck, we're gonna have fucking Bertha the champion, and some motherfucker be like, see, the relics are black. I was like, ugh. So I was like, I was like, me whining was legitimate, because I was like, fuck, she's gonna fucking lose to this big bitch, and then Spider's gonna be like, I'm a fucking champion, who? And I'm like, ugh. But no, it told a good fucking story. Brian, if you don't, he's trying to gaslight me. I'm trying so hard. I had a good relationship with fucking Brian Jordan. He's fucking making it really difficult. Anyway, did we cover everybody on this one? Did we cover everybody on this one? Everybody got it.
Did Jim say something?
Yeah, Jim did. Yeah. Jim did. Jamie did. Yeah. Okay. So good. Good.
Can I say one more thing too?
Wait, go ahead, Adger.
Can we stop complaining about like builds and things of that nature, and like people getting title shots and things of that nature? Like, it was
okay.
good. Well, yeah.
Elaborate. The floor is yours. Elaborate.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit annoying. For a good, it was only was like 2 or 3 weeks. You can correct me, but like at the end of the day, just entertain. And at the end of the day, like I've kind of assumed that the legacy characters are going to get a little bit of treatment just because they put in the work. That's just really what it comes down to. Let's just start using our brain a little bit more when it comes to like specific things that we want to complain about. So like when it came to this title shot, did it really make sense for anybody else to have this title shot right now in 2 to 3 weeks? Would the build up
find more people if the build had been for a month?
For
but
2 to 3
I
weeks?
get the point you're making.
For 2 to 3 weeks, like I don't know. I just think not everything just needs to be complained about. Emp, I love you.
I think with Jungle, but then again, you have to mention that they're stablemates or whatever. But I think what you're saying is that you don't necessarily always need a 9-week build for something.
Correct.
As long as it's entertaining, and as long as like you have like the equity to be like, okay, we'll see what's up.
Yeah, it's similar. It's similar to my. Sorry,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
It's similar to my international champ rent. It's the same thing. Like not everybody can be fucking Parker. I don't want everybody to be Parker Daddy. That's just really what it comes down to. As long as the story is good, it really doesn't matter whether the reign is 5 weeks or 5 years. It doesn't really.
When you mean reign, you mean like the build.
Builds, reign, all of it encompassed in one thing, in one reign.
See, that it's funny. It's funny you mentioned like the reign thing, because in the old country, Jamie would attest this. Reigns weren't super duper long. I think the longest one at the time that was a big thing was a history lesson was Spoon's reign. Spoon was North American champion for like what, 187 days or 186 days, and then
That
Leon.
was before my time.
Yeah, no, you were here for that.
Was
I'm
I?
90% sure you were here. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Either way.
TV title, right?
No, it was North American. It was North American International. I can't remember. Either way, the thing with Spoon is that Spoon was North American champion or international, whichever title it was. I can't remember. It was one of those. And then he had like a 187 reign, which is long at the time. That was considered long. So we had a live show, oddly enough, Justin TV, as a matter of fact. And during the live show, I don't know what happened, but I was like, we should put this title on the line. And Spoon was like, yeah, fuck it. And then he fought Leon live and lost live. It was like this big fucking deal. It made Leon the guy at the time, because it's like to have that huge win. So the thing is like, you don't necessarily need these fucking 900-day reigns or whatever to be a good champion or whatever. But yeah, Chris, thank you, Piff. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get what Junko's saying, but at the end of the day, I also kind of agree that you don't necessarily need 19 weeks to build something, as long as it's entertaining, more or less. Like, if you can hit that spot, then it's cool. But I digress. That's just my opinion. Oddly enough, I agree with Junko on that. All right, so what we have next? We have.
I don't think it was a necessary defense.
Well, it's not. What you mean? You said unnecessary or necessary?
I don't think it was a necessary.
Well,
defense.
it was because there needed to be a fucking defense, because we're not like gonna let these things like be like just days and days and days and months without a defense.
Yeah,
So you gotta get that shit.
women's champ can't be on the 20 anniversary.
Yeah, we need something. So we got speaking of, now we got the hype package, which was fucking mint. I have nothing else to say. This was fucking. What's the kids say? The kids say cinema, I guess.
Cinema,
Yeah.
slapped,
Cinema.
etc.,
Cinema.
etc.
Yeah, I love it.
Lap.
And the funny thing is, right after M is successful, and we have a fucking whatever. But no, this is fucking great. Valkyrie knocks it out the park at all times. I don't think we need to discuss it, because we all agree it's fucking awesome. Unless someone wants to be like, well, he should have used second frame and third. But no, I think we can all agree.
Personally, we should have split it about 4 songs, as we previously said whenever Colin was on here.
What's that? What's up? Say that again.
Whenever we had Colin fucking on here, he'd randomly moan about how we should split it into 3 or 4 fucking songs, video packages.
Did you say
Which wasn't
Golem?
never said Colin.
Colin. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh
Must be
yeah.
a thing.
I don't know. Shout out to Colin. Anyway, moving on. We have the Darkness Society thing. So I'll go this, and then I guess I'll get a drink and take a piss, and then you guys can fucking have at it. We're almost done. Fuck you, Brian Jordan. You fuck. This is why I can't be nice to people, because they get comfortable and they gaslight. Anyway, so this thing, this is a weird, like, it's not a bad video. It's just weird because it's like a like, I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to explain it. So first of all, I want to say that I'm gonna need these green screens so that I can do motion graphics. Also, Riot, I'll need some of the green screens too, because I can use these for things, because I don't want to do it myself, because I'm very particular. These came out really well, by the way. So shout out to them for that. They're like the green screen itself is super clean, so I like that. Yeah, so the intro itself was strange, because it's kind of like a breakdown of most of the people aren't there. So here's the thing about this, and then you guys can talk about it. Hopefully I can be there like when you do it. But this thing, the build wasn't weird. The build was weird to me. I get it, but I know that I've had like some conversations in the back, like my conversation is more like, what the fuck? Not in an aggressive way, but like, this doesn't make any sense. It's kind of stupid. Not to be rude, but that's how I was saying it. Like, I don't get where certain things are. So we'll see what happens in the future. It's how do I say this without sucking? I'm not trying to be negative about it, because the sheer fact that we had 8 people in the match is a feat amongst itself. Like, when the initial thing was pitched, that's the other thing too that I'm gonna rant about real quick. Like, people were saying things in comments that lead me to believe that somebody was being a squeaky wheel. And my thing, I would assume, is Jamie. No offense, because Jamie, you usually are a squeaky wheel. That or whatever. Either way, I just don't do that. Keep it to yourself. But either way, so you
naming me.
I applaud people. I usually always go with you, because you're like that. You don't even do it on purpose. You just do it by nature. Adam used to be the guy before. My thing is, like, I don't want people knowing shit until it happens, because I try not to make myself. But yeah, I applaud the fact that you got 8 people to do something. I applaud the fact that it put DNS over, I guess. That in itself, I'm happy that it got done. But holy shit, dude. I don't know what to say. It's not bad. It's not good. It's like indifference. Like I'm just
was
happy.
sudden.
I'm just
It was
happy
sudden.
it was done, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But by that same token, the benefit of this is that DNS was quote unquote air quotes put over huge, because this is a monumental win
Yes.
for DNS. So that's a good thing. I like that. That's not, the inclusion of Jacob Trance wasn't bad, but like Jake said, the execution of it was fucking just. Even leading up to it, the execution, I was so, because I knew it was gonna happen. I was so like, how are we gonna do it? And then it's like, okay. So basically, my thing is like, I'm just glad y'all got it done, because I know it must have been a fucking ball ache. And the fact that everybody took their fucking L's, and I'm sure, hopefully no one cried about it. Just, it's fine. You take a L. We take L's. It's fine. So that's my thing. I don't know if people did or didn't, but I'm just gonna assume that maybe someone was like, nah, shut up, you lost. Whatever, it's fine. I don't know, man. The match was fine where it was, and I'm just I'm a little, I don't know what to say. So before I elaborate on it, I'm gonna grab a drink, I'm gonna use the restroom, and I'm gonna add Cody Hagen so he can fucking talk.
Did you want to
about
talk? Did you want to talk about the promo with Bash? And
Oh, the
Roderick
promo. Yes, so the promo with it kind of outlined it, but I'll be honest, and Jim is here. Jim knows how I am. I'm very blunt. Like, I think the explanation was corny as fuck. Like, it felt very like Kitschy, whatever. What is it? Like, I don't know, man. I feel like Jake laid it out better. Like, they should have been. Here's what I think. In my head, this is how I saw it, because I think I outlined it to somebody. I don't know if I did it to B17 or Jim. Probably B17, because at one point I spent like a good hour with him, like not yelling at him, but like, what the fuck are we doing? So I would have made it like with more or less what Jake said, kind of slowly eliminating DNS little by little. Like something happens to Bowleg, something happens to the Jinx. Like someone gets locked in the fucking closet. Cody gets, something. Like, and then we build up, and then fucking Jacob Tranks is like with innocent face, like, oh, hello. Oh, it's a shame. You're missing somebody.
I completely get the point you're making. We just kind of had
I know given
something and we rushed to it.
Yeah, I know given the circumstances, that's why. So that I'm not holding it against anybody. I'm just saying that in an ideal world, that's my producer note and shit. But either way, again, also a Coco in a fucking Versace vest is crazy. So yeah, like again, it's not bad, but I would be remiss if I wasn't 1000% 100 with everybody. At least trying to be constructive and honest with it. So the build itself wasn't bad at all, because it feeds into the whole fuck B17 and everybody. So that part I like, but I feel like there's missing pieces and everything. So before I get the rebuttals, I'm gonna give everybody else a chance, so then I can hear Jim and Jamie afterwards. Anyway, so we'll do Junko. I'm gonna add this fucking guy because he's been waiting forever. He can go first, then Junko can go second. But hopefully by the time I come back, I can get to the meat and potatoes. Yeah, I'm gonna add Cody. So this is gonna be exciting. And I'm not trying to gig on. I'm not trying to rag on. Oh, he's there by himself. Waiting. Are you there, Cody? Wait, what the fuck? Did I not drag him in? Wow, I am. Oh wow, I think I dragged him to deletion. Holy shit, I deleted him. Oh boy, Cody, if you're there, please. Jordan, shut the fuck up, please. We're almost done. We're on the last match. I accidentally. There he is. Is he back? Hold up. I somehow got rid of Cody, trying to move him over. Yeah, join the VP, and then I can drag you in. Please don't make this crazy. Wait, what happened to Junko? What the fuck? What's happening? Hold up. Everything just turned pear-shaped. What the fuck is happening? Okay, so I'm gonna drag Cody. Okay, I'm gonna drag Jordan. Okay,
all right.
I'm gonna drag Junko.
Hello.
Okay. That was creepy. I don't know what the fuck happened.
That was weird. Like,
yeah, I went to drag him and it killed him. Anyway, so
it killed
Cody,
me as well.
Cody, are you there?
And that was the fucking reason.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So, Cody, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can talk on this match, and then after you're done, Junko will go. And after you're done, Jamie can go, and then after he's done, Jim can go. I'll be BRB. So take it away. Don't be long-winded. I'll be right back.
Okay, so I actually enjoyed this match. I am generally surprised that when I first heard about this match, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, do I have to actually Because I thought I was gonna be far in the multi-man match, but no. I will say, good match between all parties, including. Oh god, this name. Who thought about this name, sincerely?
Ice Cold Dappies.
Guys, Cold.
You're sounding like a hater. I'm not gonna lie. That name is fire.
I'm not a hater, I'm not, but for fuck's sake. I kind of chuckled when I heard the name. But I will say that the match was I'm gonna get fined for this, but it was a clusterfuck. A tornado tag clusterfuck. That's what I like to see. And I know I couldn't be there, but I'll say the match was pretty good. I don't have anything bad to say. I don't got anything. I don't have a bad word
Anything I
to say.
set up for you?
Well, for one, we don't know what my 2025 holds, but the King of the Indies is gonna do what he wants. But I will say Dana is getting the victory. Well, both guys are going for the pin. that was pretty good. Double pin. Yes. But that was a good DNS win for the boys. It was a bad day for B17 and his daddies.
Good.
Yeah. Who's next? Was it me or was it?
It was
Jimmy?
you.
Oh,
It was you,
okay.
Actually, no, it was Junko. It was Junko.
Yeah, it was me. Okay. A lot of moving parts in this match, which was pretty cool. Even though multi-man gives me a headache. This probably sounded like it was an aneurysm. After you guys did it done is ridiculous. So kudos to y'all. The thing that stands out the most for me is Daddy and Bash fighting for like the first 5 minutes, and Bash getting rid of Daddy first. Story-wise, that's amazing. Obviously, because we know Jimmy's been very vocal about his hatred for this man. So I think it just adds another chapter to that story, and I'm curious to see what happens next. I hope there's a rematch, and I hope it's at a big stage. Also, too, I think this would be lovely if this was the first chapter of the downfall of DNS. It doesn't need to happen this year. It could happen next year, but it would be lovely if this was something that was brought up. I think the DNS members that were left off, them being left off, I think they can run with this. It'll be interesting. Also, yeah, other moving parts as well. Sammy, Nate, Shogun. Everybody. I've been very vocal about Trey having an abundance of potential, even though he's been here for 1,000 years. And he's a relic as well. But so yeah, again, a lot of moving parts. I won't criticize the build too much because again, you guys got it a little bit late or last minute. I think it was just probably missing maybe one promo, maybe about like 2 or 3 weeks ago, which probably would have been a little bit better. But again, I won't nitpick. Jimmy, you're next.
I missed the whole Junko thing. That's crazy.
Well,
No good. You have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, no, I expected Corey to go on a monologue, and I guess I was wrong. No offense, Corey.
As far as the match is concerned, it was short, which was something that was a tad surprising to me when we recorded it. As far as the criticisms build, they're totally fair, and I understand that. So it's always, as I said, failures are part of growth earlier. So I take those and personally own them. In terms of the process, and it's just about doing it better next time. And what Jay said makes sense, so I get where he's coming from. And overall, I'm just glad to have beat B17 finally. That's what I needed to do. Something I absolutely needed to do. I pinned him, and I got Samson as well. So don't need to bother with him anymore. That's all done. All right, so we're good. All right.
The fun part about that is, I'm sorry to cut you off. The fun part about that is Samson tried to fucking Hulk out, and you're like, "Fuck you," and then Dog was like, "I got you, dude. I got you."
Yeah. As soon as Dog hit him, I'm like, "I'm gonna pin him again."
Yeah, no. I mean, from a whatever standpoint, it made DNS look super duper dominant. So that's a bonus point. I guess I have to recap to see what the fuck Junko said, because apparently Junko's like, "Oh shit, Junko's on point. Good for you." All I saw was asserting dominance. Like, oh, look at that. Good for that.
Yeah, it's like Junko. It's Bash next. It's Bash
Good
next.
for you. But yeah, No, like I said, I already touched on it. Like that's pretty much it. It's like again, it's not a bad match. It was still good enough to be on the fucking on the 20th anniversary. And you know, at the end of the day, not even to use the fucking excuse, but comp is comp. It happens. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So like anybody ooh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you're supposed.
Yeah,
you're next, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with everything that ever was said. So for a Bash can fucking Jimmy can agree. Like for like 50% of this build, in my head, and I was doing promos for it, was that Jordan Trance was going to be on fucking B17's side to then stab him in the back, and then I was like, we did a promo. I was like, wait, what? And that's when I realized, like, wait a minute, I'm meant to be on fucking DNS's side. So my entire like Jimmy laughed. He's like, wait, didn't realize? Like, no, I thought we were still going with the entire original fucking run. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
So the funny thing about that, I won't spoil it because apparently like there's so much lost in the sauce that not everyone knows what's gonna happen. Like if you read, you would understand. Like, I put it this way, it's not outlined perfectly, but what's supposed to happen is even more fucking strange. And that was one of the things I was yelling at B17 about. I'm like, I don't hate what's happening, but it doesn't make any fucking sense. So hopefully people took what I said to make you know, because I'm hoping. No, go ahead. You're gonna. I don't know. You might spoil it. But go ahead.
I get what you were saying, but the whole idea when I was going with it was gonna be, you know, fucking B17 years in a wall. You know, I was loosely married to your mother. You want to help me? And we're gonna do fucking something from that. Then, as it transpired, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, this is not where we're going. Okay. I was like, all right, we'll fucking respin this, and then. You know, we had the promo video.
Oh no, that's not it, Jamie. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, we talked about the whole we're gonna do a fucking war games and we found out we can't do it?
No. We'll talk about it off camera, but like you like it's people who know the story, like they should know, but whatever. We'll leave it at that. Cause that's the part that I like, that's gonna be very strange to see how the fuck y'all fix that, but whatever. Anyway, moving on.
We don't need to fix anything. Everything's fine. Relax.
I mean, we'll see. I'm relaxed. I'm just saying, like, we'll see. Anyway,
when we get into the match itself, it was quite funny because like it was like, yeah, fuck, we're gonna be here for hours waiting to load in. Then it loaded first time, and everyone was like fucking panicking, like, oh fuck, here we are for wrestling. and then it was like, oh my god, everything's fine. And I was like, I'm doing like fucking.
I don't know if it was fine. I think it was okay.
It was fine for most people. I'm doing like flavor pins in the corner and they're kicking out. Then suddenly I look over, Adam's been pinned. I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? And I look over.
Oh yeah, no. Once Jake was putting over B17 and then he just got pinned on the outside.
Yeah.
You know what it was? I think I didn't say on commentary, but in my head like, oh, this is No Country for Old Men. When fucking when Josh Brolin just gets killed off screen by the Mexicans, they're like, oh shit, B17's got killed off screen. This is crazy. Like, wow.
It was just funny because it's like to kill.
And then Trey gets choked out by a giant white man, and then fucking Samson tries to fucking Hulk up, and then his DM Punk shit works either. Dog's like,
yeah, it's funny as fuck because like Bash, I was like, oh fuck, we're gonna do this as a fucking 2v2. And I'm like, well, you and I'll win different teams. I'll pick up the fucking football and we'll play catch mid-match.
Yeah, and then fucking all Max proved was after he leaving Mercy, he has no hands. Either way,
yeah,
what a conundrum. So we're back. Well, Adam wants to know who didn't read, but it's fine. We'll discuss it later.
The match.
Go ahead.
The match was what it fucking was. Some people are angry about it. Some people were fine with it. And
I mean, at the end of the day, don't like the fuck. Don't be angry about it. Fuck.
Yeah, we managed to get 8 people in a fucking match all at once in the first attempt instead of spending like 8 hours. So
I mean, like I said. Sorry to cut you off. Like I said, like with the Pew match too, like he wasn't giving a fuck. Like if you're angry at your match because you lost, fuck, get over it. It's fine. Fuck.
Yeah, there's so many little fucking splinters and.
That's true, Adam. Okay.
Digresses storyline wise.
So while we're not gonna hit 3 hours, we're not gonna hit 2 hours straight. We still got like one left. We have a couple things left. We have, I think, the Rumble Battles Explode. Let me see. So yeah, Rumble Battles Explode. Yeah. This is my sleeper. I'm so happy that this happened. I don't know. This has been going on for quite a while, as a matter of fact. So shout out to Bella, shout out to Ashley for putting together a really good story. So I'm glad, happy to see the next iteration of what's happening to it, which is good. Yeah, no, it's basically Wrestling 101. It's been told little by little, and I'm very, very happy to see where it's going with these two. So now it's good. Obviously, pro wrestling means it's going to be a collision, but Ashley being a reprehensible piece of garbage, and Belle, trying to be the bestest friend, and yeah. So if you want to speak on it, fucking free for all. But Jamie has to go last.
Like I'll.
You have to go last.
No, I'm going first. So to kind of speed things up, I actually really enjoyed it. It was the kind of direction that I feel like we've been waiting on for months, and now we're finally getting it, and there's this head-on collision. So I hope they keep going full steam ahead, and that we get the first show back after the break, and it's like, well, fuck you, I'm going to fight you, and then we have the big match. The AI voice at times went a bit weird, but it's fucking AI voices. Who cares? We move. We have shows. The storyline is there. The storyline, is, as Jay was saying, is perfect fucking pro wrestling. So let's get it. Let's get the finale.
Cody, fuck it. Go ahead.
All right. I mean, throughout the whole build of this, I mean, we kind of figured that quickly that Ashley was becoming the stuck-up, selfish bitch that she actually is, and then Bella, I mean, she's basically seen it. She's not that stupid. I mean, she's been here twice in this company, and I think we've all kind of figured that this was gonna happen. We were just waiting on when. Tonight was that night, and that slap was actually chef's kiss, perfect. But I am excited to see where this goes from here. Or I just kind of figured, well, 2025 is gonna roll around. We're probably gonna see this, probably at Certified Greatness, or perhaps on Riot or Turmoil. But it's a matter of when and if. And I think, fuck it, Junko or Bash, you next.
Who's next?
Wait, what the? My bad. I was like, he's gonna combine Junko into his feeling. What the fuck are you talking about? Jim, you're up.
All right. So as far as concerned, this is a really nice segment. It's been really good pro wrestling back and forth. With a modern twist, I think that brings a very modern, girly girl, if you will, aspect to OCW that in some ways we lack. So it's a very distinct character. And Ashley has done very well with her heel turn in the way that she's done it, planted the seeds, and followed through with it, followed it closely. So I've enjoyed the whole thing. I want to see, when they're going to have their match or their eventual confrontation. But I think their, back and forth is far from over in terms of trying to work things out. And will they go back to counseling or whatever it was? Or is that through... Lots of questions to be answered, which, as a viewer, leaves you want more.
I lost my train of thought because I was fucking giving receipts to Brian Jordan. Junko, you're up.
Ever since our little dialogue about the women's division, they've been releasing some pretty top tier shit. So this is a perfect example. I hope this is a grudge feud in terms of like multi matches, them screwing each other over or getting in each other's way when it comes to things that they do in the future. I love the voices for both of them, actually, to be honest. Ashley comes off as this like pompous bitch or whatever. The gaslighting was
yes, very gaslighting.
Nasty work. Like I was like this fucking bitch. I was yelling. I was on mute. I'm like, this bitch is gaslighting the fuck out of me.
There you go.
It's good though, right? Because in terms of alignment, they both do a really good job of like pushing themselves in that direction, which is really good, and I think that'll play out well in the future when it comes to their feud. Lovely stuff. The matches should be fire because they're both amazing on the sticks as well too. I've been in the ring with both of them. One slapped me, the other we had a barn burner. So I love the slap. The slap is like one of the greatest things. There's like Parker's arm obsession, and then there's Ashley's slap. I love it. Good stuff.
Anybody else? Did I miss? I see the silence, so I'm assuming not.
Yeah, that was it. I was last.
Okay. Yeah, no, like you said, the multi faction feud or whatever. I'm not holding Poppy. I'm showing receipts. Brian's like, I have receipts, motherfucker. Anyway, what you call it? Where was that? Oh yeah. So this I could see this as a multi thing feud. Honestly, if this would have happened a couple weeks earlier, we probably would have knocked somebody off on the pay-per-view. Wow, pay-per-view. Holy shit, pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view?
Yeah, P. That's where my mind at. And speaking of P, we have a Marissa segment. Anyway, wow, that was really
God.
And you know why? Because as soon as we go, so all right, so here you see we're zooming in on ass. Okay, so here's the
That's
thing.
beautiful. Oh, God damn it.
So here's the thing. I'll say this. I'm okay with the Rivers. My thing is, Rye usually don't be picking their spots properly. Like for example, in my head, right? This segment is after the fatal the clusterfuck, right? So when was Marissa's match?
I think the first or second match.
That was rhetorical,
Second
Cody.
match.
That was rhetorical. The match was number 2. So why 2.5 hours later, Marissa is still in the undergarments?
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's where
Okay,
you're going.
that's the first thing. So
Oh,
my
she was
my
pretty
thing
warm.
is yeah, good save. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the whatever the word is called, but like in with the moderation. Like it's just that was it. But I mean, the thing itself is fine. The Mad Dog thing. So here, let me encapsulate it. The premise of the concept is 100% above board. The little things kind of annoy me, but again, good story. My only other complaint also, other than fucking Marissaing, but Dog's voice Dog's voice, the dialogue is good, but the delivery is like, what do you mean, bitch? Well, I guess you're gonna be that like if it was more like that's an AI thing. It's not even on. That's not even like that's a producer note basically. But basically, like it hit like on a conceptual level, it's an 8 out of 10 conceptually, but on a deployment level, it's like a 6 or whatever. Like it's good. It's just like I don't know how to explain it. Like there's little things. Like if Marissa, like for example, with Rye is a really good writer, and I've said that before. Rye is an excellent writer. The very like Rye wrote maybe like what, maybe fucking 5 times in OCW. Like there's been 5 times where I've read I've actually read a Rye promo. I was like, holy shit, Rye's a really good fucking writer. So the thing is there. I hate leaning on the fucking the TNA all the time. Like you can do it, but just be tasteful. I don't know. That's just me. I'm an old prude. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, Rye. Put some clothes on.
I think I'm gonna cut in completely. Fucking agree with Jay. Like the opening of this segment was fucking Marissa bent over, and it's like, oh, okay, cool.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and it's like I get it. I understand the Marissa character. That is the Marissa character, but
Oh, prude. What do you want?
not to say I can't even say less is more because it doesn't fucking make sense in this concept. But I think the concept of what am I looking for here? Maybe the suggestion of something is maybe a bit more than just Marissa bent over and fuck all.
Well, it's not the whole crux of it. It's just like it's just like I don't know what it is. It's just
I get you. It's like it's very hard to
in my head. It's just like come on, B. Like it's
a bit much. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
oh.
But now I'm a prude, right? Nah, it's like come on, bro. Like
you're not a prude. You're not a prude at all. Like it's a bit much. Like we get it.
The other thing is too is like it's been like 2 hours, so she's just been she's gonna catch pneumonia if she does this. Keep doing this. She's gonna catch pneumonia, and that'll be an interesting. That'll be an interesting arc. That'll be a great arc where like, Mad Dog is trying to like help her through pneumonia because she's fucking hospitalized because she's been like that in a fucking cold arena all fucking day and shit. But that's like my take on it. Other than I like where it's going because it's showing the Mad Dog's trying to grow some fucking balls for once instead of being a cooked out bitch. But the delivery
My
on the
dog's-
dog is what bugs me. Like
My dog's not trying to be that guy. But yeah, I completely
it's an AI
agree
model
with
type
the
thing,
fucking
basically.
thing. Yeah, it's
You know
like
what it is? It's like when you
Marissa
want something to be
has
like
balls.
you want something to check your boxes and it does, but it kind of doesn't. Like I just
Yeah.
the model for Mad Dog needs to be a little bit more like organic, I guess. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's nice
It
to
was-
see that the dog is growing a tail, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
It was a good segment. I completely agree with what
No,
you
yeah.
said about the whole kind of Marissa is dominating the
and
segment.
I'll double down on it too. Marissa doing the fucking the gesticulating, like that's her new gimmick now. I'm actually on board with that because she does it a lot. It's like the
Like,
fifth
it's
time
like-
she's done it within 2 weeks.
Oh god,
I'm with
gonna
it.
hate myself. I'm gonna shoot myself.
Well,
but
no,
it's
who
not
else is
suck,
next?
it's
Because we've
like
been
it.
yapping together and we're trying to wrap this bitch up. So who else has something to say?
Cody, you're next.
Actually, no, Cody's not next. Junko, you're up. My favorite rookie.
It was
Fuck you,
good.
Gabe.
I kind of see what you're saying because I kind of felt that way when I first seen Marissa, but
Mhm.
she's grown on me, so I won't really shit on it too much. Not saying you're shitting on it, but I won't.
I'm not.
What I liked
I'm
about
being honest.
What I liked about it is the progression in the story, especially
Yes.
like Coco. Coco, you need to stand up, bro. You need to stand up.
Oh, he is finally.
Yeah, exactly. So that was good for me per se. Again, I just want to see him do stuff now. Like everybody in DNS is kind of doing their own thing. I kind of want to see like Coco kind of like branch off and do his own thing. If it's a situation where he runs in and he has to get an icebreaker for it first, I would love to see him go that way. But hey, it's progression. That's all I care about.
So here's the thing about the Marissa character, and hopefully Riot can hear this and Riot understands. I don't know how Riot feels. I know Riot's like, oh word, you don't like my shit. Like, no, fuck you, Riot. No, but like,
I love
You
Riot.
like my shit? Here's another 14
Yeah.
fucking 6'8"
here's here's more vagina textures, brother. Double down. That'll get no. The funny thing, I said vagina textures mad loud. I know my neighbors heard me. Fuck that.
That's hilarious.
So
I hope
no.
they're like, what the fuck?
they're like, what the fuck is happening? No. So my thing is that the Marissa character is very vindictive. So if Coco continues to like wild out, bad things will happen to him. And the funny thing is, the nerd herd might not be able to help him. Like Bash is gonna be like, listen, you handle this crazy bitch yourself. I ain't helping you. Like, you know, that's you. What is it? How would Bash say? You've made your betting. Now you must handle it with the greatest of care.
You will
Speaking of, I fucking hate how Bash talks. I'm sorry, Jim. You fucking talk like a weird autistic. No offense, Cody. It's like I don't understand what the fuck you're doing, but like you be coming off mad like robotic sometimes. It's like, okay, I get it.
That's the
He
point.
hits words, brother.
Yeah,
That's the point.
I guess, but it's like I could just see him trying to guide a Mad Dog right now, and it's very much on the. If y'all seen Grandma's Boy, it's like the dude
friend.
JP.
No,
My friend, do not worry about the
when
vagina.
Bash be talking,
Okay.
when Bash be talking, I think of the comic book guy from The Simpsons, but like more intellectual.
I think of him, or I think of JP from Grandma's Boy.
Yeah,
Look-
no, I love it. I love it.
Look at you, Mad Dog, kind of a bitch.
No.
Just not as nerdy. Just not as nerdy.
Jim is
Junko,
offended.
that-
I'm sorry, Jim.
That's Junko. That's never gonna leave my brain. Now. Thank you for that.
Jim be
Oh
using
my
like
God.
weird. Jim be using weird words in the promo that got me fucking questioned. And speaking of Jim, you're up. I apologize if it sounds like a burring you. I'm not. I love you, Jim. You're
Yeah,
up.
I got you.
Go ahead, go for it.
I,
Jim is like, I'm
Alright.
gonna turn this fucking whole site off.
done.
Done. It ain't
I don't
like.
think we didn't even get his opinion on the fucking previous match.
As far as,
We did, didn't we?
as
We
far
didn't.
as Coco,
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah,
didn't.
no, we did.
as far as my man, Mad Dog is concerned, he got to do his thing. We always got his back. Nice little segment. You know, obviously, I heard the critiques from where you're coming from. I don't know why she would sit around that long. I understand why the placement, because that was after our match that he was in.
Yeah, I think
So
they
I
expected it earlier. Sorry, continue.
Part of it.
I thought it would be
Yeah,
too, to be fair.
you got to look at it, and understand that it's fluid at times too. So that's playing around it. That's the game, but it happens sometimes. But overall,
I
I
hate that
think
too.
that this is trying
Then it came back to haunt us.
I think this is trying to strengthen Marissa's position and also kind of potentially maybe break them free from one another. I mean that could be the seeds of that. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Fair enough. Anybody else have anything to add?
I'm last because I haven't gotten to speak.
Sure, speak and make it good. That's bullying. I don't apologize.
The end. This is. I don't know if this is legit the end of DNS, but holy fuck.
Can't be the end, brother. We
Marissa
just won.
How?
Marissa has gone through a lot of men, and if she breaks up with Mad Dog, then the dog is off the fucking leash. I will say, good segment, pretty damn good segment that Marissa Ray made. He makes actually pretty good stuff. Like me and Marissa have talked, but off OCW, and this segment was pretty fucking good. I got no bad word to say, but I am questioning where this goes next as we move on to 2025. But wow,
Cody,
I did not see that.
I love you.
What?
I love you. But some of these platitudes are very platitudistic. So
Okay, sorry.
no, it's okay. But you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be that guy. But yeah, no, thank you for
I'm
adding.
sorry. This could be the end of DNS. I'm sorry.
don't be sorry.
It's not the end of DNS. They literally smashed.
We literally just murdered.
Don't
Team
say we like you're part of
I know,
DNS.
whatever. Yeah, scapegoat, brother.
DNS
I'm not there.
RGG.
I
DNS
swear.
RGG.
Jordan's
swear,
like,
but,
did you see the armband?
Yeah, you saw the armband, right? You saw the jacket. Anyway, moving on. We have Riot. I'm not talking about Ryu. I don't care. Yeah, Ryu continues the story. I'm happy for him. Does anyone have anything else to add? Because we need to wrap this bitch up. I'm fucking tired. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I'm just glad Spider's doing stuff.
Okay, cool. Anybody
I'm
else?
glad that the big frog is back.
Fuck
Hello.
you. Cody?
Ribbit, motherfucking
Great.
ribbit.
Jim?
Nope.
Okay,
Fuck,
Jim.
that took me. All right, now we got the Dupree's promo. Like Jake said, nice surprise. I'll give you the logistics. If you're one of those storyline 9-week nerds, get fucked because Summerside. If you're champion and somebody wins, you'll be defending against that person. Make it work. Jamie, thought?
Ooh.
I enjoyed it. Like, that's the kind of concept that I always kind of wanted for FI.
Yes.
It's the one thing I've never ever done. And I keep getting put in these matches to herd cats, and it's always hilariously fucking stupid and funny. The concept of people winning it, and then, you know, you get people that wait fucking forever to ever do anything with it. Or they forget they even have it. So the movement on how they're doing it is, you know, it's perfect. It's how it should be. It should be a case of, congratulations, you won. This is when you're fucking fighting the champion. Fucking work towards it. Not a case of, you've won it. Oh, okay. We'll just see what you do. You know, I get it that people had to go through you to decide when they wanted to do it, but so many people just fucking left it to the ether to the point where they were just showing up every week and not even talking about it.
Yep.
That concept of every now and again, it's time for the future investment match is perfect. It's great. It was a concept that I didn't want to completely leave OCW, but the way you're doing it now makes so much sense.
Oh, that's Tibby, not
It's
me.
so much easier to work. Well, yeah. Well, Tibby and I can't agree on the way to do fucking a lot of shit. So the way you're doing it now is so much better than it has previously been fucking done. So whoever's in the match, fucking run with it, win it, and then fucking run a story. Please do not sit on your keyboard like, oh, I'm getting a title match.
I'm getting tired of matches in the summertime.
Yeah, like, you know,
So-
you know how I am and how I believe in things. Fucking, you've won it. Go fucking make us care.
So the funny
That's
thing about that is depending on how the thing is, it might be 4, it might be 6, or I might even do like a King of the Ring where people gotta like compete to get into the final 4. Whatever's interesting.
I would prefer that.
Yeah, the way Dupree outlined it, he's basically gonna kind of do that for like every up and comer and shit.
Yeah, maybe privately
the problem is
message them.
depending. Yeah, it's gonna favor more cross-based people, but we'll see.
Yeah,
We won't
like,
know until we get
privately
there.
message them and be like, "Hey, you've got 2 months to build to an FI match."
It's not
do
even
this.
that. You know, these people are in the tournament or whatever the fuck to qualify, and then the final 4 or
Yeah.
whatever to figure it out. So I'm good
You
with
should have
that.
bed your route.
Pretty much. Jim, thoughts?
Good to see this concept coming back. I think it's important for people. It's a chance for maybe someone who might have not gotten an opportunity otherwise to win their way into something and tell a story out of it. So I think it's a great thing. I'm glad to hear that the format's changing a little bit too, in terms of who gets into the match and stuff like that. It's important to try and include as many people, at least in terms of qualifying. That's why I like Royal Rumble and stuff like that, and WWE, for example, because a lot of people get qualifying matches, they get matches, stuff like that, and that's important. It gives people an opportunity to shine. So I really like it. Dupree looked, glowing as always. Greatest hair worth more than human life,
Yes.
and that's great.
Cody, thoughts? Anything to add? If not, continue. If not, go ahead.
I'm happy to see that future investment idea is back, and I'm kind of curious to see who will actually be a part of this. Bash did say up and comers could be a part of it, so we'll see. I think I kind of predicted that I would want to be a part of it at Resolution.
If your FPR wasn't shit, you probably would be. No offense.
I don't think we're here to speculate on who'll be in it. I think we're just talking about the concept as a whole.
Oh, continue. I apologize.
Right. It's a good idea, and plus, everyone loves seeing Dupree show up. It's always good. It's always a good moment to see. I'm done.
Like he said, I'm done. It's cool. Junkie.
It's cool. It's interesting. Again, it's kind of like Course. I was doing a lot of lore dumping, and I saw a few matches. So yeah, it's interesting. I think it's I love a good brass ring stipulation. That would be cool.
Yeah.
If I fantasy booking, I think this would be perfect for somebody like Gabe. Perfect for somebody like Damien Bourne coming back. Perfect for Shogun. On the women's side, I could see something like this being amazing for Scotty. If Megan decides she wants to show a pulse, something for her. But yeah, brass rings are always good.
So my only add, and then we'll move on to this, is essentially my only concern is sometimes when these things occur. Oh fuck! I got the burpees. Fuck. Okay.
All good.
That's okay.
This is my third glass of fucking whiskey.
Ah, nice.
My only concern is Johnny Walker. If you're interested, double black, and now it's just regular black.
Scottish.
Like my women. Anyway, my only concern is essentially people reacting in the game. So hopefully people whatever. But sometimes people get excited. So hopefully it turns out good either way.
It's a match.
Yeah,
It's a match.
So
That's what
hopefully,
people treat it
yeah.
as.
So we'll see. That being said, we have the end spot, and then we can go. So again, last call. If anybody wants in, because I've asked earlier, no one said shit, and then fucking Iceman's like, whoa, motherfucker, I asked you way earlier, no one said shit, so trying to include everybody. We're about done. It's less than 3 hours. Fuck you, Brian.
Yeah. Last call for Jason Sensation.
I hate this so much.
You want to talk?
Because it's almost fucking 2.5. Fuck you, bro.
Nathaniel, get your ass up here, boy.
Nathaniel.
You get 30 seconds.
You mean Macintosh? My bad. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only Nate is Nate. Iceman is Iceman, so I'm not.
Oh, okay, sorry. My bad.
It's okay. That's a me.
I know you love your son. Sorry.
Oh, so that's gonna be basically. Fuck. Wow. Any goodwill I've had for him for the last
Ryan is trolling the fuck out of you.
Let's move on.
I've had so much goodwill for him for the last 3 months, and that's just going all away.
Let's hit the final segment and match, brother.
So I'll add the thing on the hype video. It's funny because I said elite something about a treatsy, and then finding out Owen just that makes sense. Good video, nice wrap up of everything. Yeah, see, Willie knows what's up. Piff knows what's up. You better stop. Surprised Piff is still here. Thank you, for fucking hanging with us. Yeah, the package is great. Not my one of the night, but that's not to dissuade it. But it's a solid fucking package. So shout out to for fucking Owen for hooking it up for Parker. Match itself, I will tell you this. So you may or may not know this when it comes to OCW. So generally, I always do the thing where I think steps ahead. So for example, if John wins, I have a branching path in my head of what could possibly happen. If Parker wins, I have a branching thing of what could happen.
Yeah.
So
you have your outcomes based on.
I have baseline things, nothing super intuitive. But then again, when depending on how I feel, because sometimes depending if I'm fuck that guy, but I'm not gonna fuck on him, I have a even more worse whatever.
Yeah.
And usually it's true because I'm fucking Batman, but I digress. The point I'm making is for this, I had my 2 branching paths. I'm like, either way, you know, if Parker loses, it's fine. He builds a new star, and John's an idiot, so hopefully he can do something with this. That my main thing was John. Like, for example, I've said, and again, it's not even because me and fucking Brian Jordan are on good terms or normal terms. It's the fact that legitimately this run has been his best. Like, it's simple. It's pro wrestling. He's not being, I'm the unbeatable god. It's like, I'm a coward, but then when it comes down to it, I'll fucking, you know, he's good.
Finding his ways.
Yeah, no, it's fucking great. I got no complaints about it. It's been, for the most part, it's been executed very, very well. I got no issues with it. So my thing was John Carter. So what I'd like to do is, and this is behind the curtain type shit, is that what I'll do is I'll usually check out the entrances to get hyped up in myself, and like, and if someone doesn't do anything with the entrance, I get annoyed. But it's like if they do, I get hyped.
I know where we're going here.
Yeah. So I'm watching this shit, and then fucking's like, it's me. I'm like,
it's a me, Joe.
So I don't know what I said, Brian. I don't know what I said, Brian, but I was very much like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, oh man, he just wanted to do. He said what it was. Like he claimed like he's like, oh, he wanted to do a something. I don't know where it's from. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I remember watching that, and I'm like I had a bad feeling in my stomach. Like I was like, but then I'm like, oh hey, John's an idiot. I'm like, oh hey, John's an idiot. So he probably looking at, like, part of me is like, okay, this means he won, and the other part of me was like, oh, he saw what Samson did, so he's gonna try to do that to get people to fucking bet on him and then lose and tee-hee-hee. So that's why I left it. So as the match progresses, me and Jake are calling it, and I'm in my head, I'm like, oh god. And then once the match itself, good match. I got no complaints. It was indicative of a main event, so I got no issue with that. Fantastic match. When the little thing happened at the end, like mechanic people were saying shit, I didn't really catch up on it. But like at the end, you know, whatever mechanic with the punchy punch thing, and like I don't know, I'm sure Jamie will get into it, whatever. But either way, at the end of the day, the desired outcome occurred. So I'll leave it at that. No shot on John, but basically like, I don't know what it was. At one point, John had me, right? I was like, oh, I'm on the John Carter train.
Yeah.
And then he had the shitty match with Claudio. I'm like, that's unfortunate. Like, it was really like Jake was annoyed, and I was like, maybe Jake's being too hard. And I watched it back in my free time. I'm like, oh, yeah, I see. I was like, oh, no. I was like, it's okay. I'll just reserve judgment. And then he, like, doubles down with the fucking thing with the underground delete. I'm like, oh. And then, like, on disc, I'm like, oh. And then this thing with the thing, I'm like, oh, like I'm trying, like you don't.
You're trying your hardest.
I'm trying
separate.
I'm trying so fucking hard. Like I'm trying so fucking hard. At this point, I'm like, Parker needs to win. Like he needs to, because if he doesn't, I have like if he does, next thing I know, I hear some like John's like, hey, I want to fight so and so. I'm like, that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Please fix that. And I'm nervous and shit. So once Parker won, I was like, thank God, because now I know more or less what Parker is thinking. We have some ideas, and I'll talk about that after the fact. But either way, the match itself.
You didn't want the wild card.
Hold on. Either way, the match itself, solid. The build to it, solid. No complaints. I got nothing bad to say. It was a great match. It was a great showing. And here's the big complaint. So remember I was talking about Pew earlier. Remember Pew was burned 6 months ago by Bash. Okay, you know how he's been selling that injury for the past 6 months?
Yeah, John forgot he was injured.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because the glass.
Yeah.
He got put through plate glass window. Any damage?
You got
it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's the small things. It's the little things.
So like a bandage?
Not even a fucking bandage. Not swelling. No nothing. Not even nothing. He could have gone extreme and put a face. Nothing. And that's what separates the men from the boys, or the women from the women. I was gonna say women from the men. The girls from the women.
The people from the people.
Yeah, the people from the people from the dummies.
From
the dummies
aliens.
From the people. Yeah. So I'll leave it at that. So at the end of the day, it was indicative of a main event. I'm glad it was the main event. And that's my fucking take. So we'll do Jim, Junko. No, we'll do Jim, Jamie, then Junko. Jamie, you're up. Oh, and Cody, I forgot. Cody, fucking you go first. I want to hear your fucking weird Cody thoughts.
I will say this good main event. Like those two, despite John becoming an idiot, was pretty good from L. Parker's part. It was actually clean because L. Parker has been. I'm gonna say this because I'm the king of the '80s. He's been a good champion for this company.
It's not a bad take.
He's, he's been putting up the he's been putting out the good work.
Why you make it sound like
And-
it's a bad take?
It's not a bad take. I'm saying it's a good take.
Okay,
Good
continue.
takes. This is not. It's not a bad take. But that match was pretty fucking good, and that finish of the punching, the hockey fight, and the trouble in Tijuana. Chef's kiss. And who's next? What's next for El Parca? Well, who knows? We got greatness coming up, so whoever's next for him, better step the fuck up. All right, I'm done.
Another unique hype package on top of all of the
I
different
agree.
ones we saw. So I really enjoyed the way this belt. I wish John would have put more focus on his injuries. Like you said, and he probably didn't need to talk. Honestly, sometimes as a babyface, your actions are worth 1,000 words you can say,
Yep.
and the 10 words that you do say can kill you.
Yep.
So, sometimes keeping your mouth shut is better.
Yep.
And I think that the gloating is indicative of a shitbag heel. He turned into Alexander Bullock tonight,
Yep.
basically. And that's a tough deal. He ended up losing, and he put up a good match. In terms of the match, but the match was quality. It went back and forth. I legitimately was like, "Am I going to lose the 50,000 I just put down on El Parca?" You know what I mean? That type of thing. But thankfully, I
This
did
man
not.
only cares about his money.
Yeah, well, I knew where to spend my money on that one. And overall, I've enjoyed kind of the two-part story this season, if you include Sheldon, and then the renaissance of the relationship between Sheldon and John. John, like you said, he needs to, I think, buckle down in terms of being a babyface and not do some of these extra things that are detracting from what he's trying to become.
Yep.
And he can stop shooting himself in the foot. He's still in a good position. He's just got to go soul search a bit for the character and ready himself up, dust himself off, and go on climb again.
Sell the fucking injury.
I mean, lol. Look, it's even showing the video of the blood in. He's like, nah, I'm good. Who's next? Is it Jamie? You're up.
It's me. Like I really enjoyed the kind of separation into chapters of the hype package. I think Jimmy kind of mentioned that very well when he was talking about how it was so different. Like it was nice. Like it was like reading. Fuck it. Sounds very stereotypical. It's like reading a book for like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. That was obviously what they were going for, but it was really cool to have that kind of separation. And then we built and we had the match, and I think Jay was talking about how you and fucking VP is different to you here, and that was the thing for me. Like they hit the kind of point in the match that they trading blows. It was like, oh, they're both kind of scared to take advantage of it, because I think they were both, let's be honest, that Parker and John are both can be super comp, and then this happened, and they were both kind of trying.
Well, he got baited.
Yeah, to an extent. So they were trying not to both go super fucking hard, and then they both didn't go hard, and then we got the finish directly from it, which is fantastic because that's kind of in my head how that spot should have went. So it was a very fun match. If you were to ask me who I was rooting for character-wise, it was John.
Really?
And character-wise, the good guy was John.
Sure.
For me, anyway, I feel like that says a lot because I'm close to both of them, and
So
Phil
close.
Parker fucked Mark Reese so hard. So, I always want the babyface to win when we have these kind of matches. But then when Parker won clean, it's not this big stab in the back kind of thing for me. It's like, well, John fucking came up short, as John usually does.
Wow.
So, I'm sorry, Jordan, you're gonna get pissed. I really don't care all that much where you go from here.
Oh, that is you
Because
trying to.
you're the-
That's you
What?
trying
Yeah.
to be like. Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
Because he's a world champion. He will go.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get.
you know,
Yeah, I get. What
He's gonna go fight whoever decides to step up to a plate. That's cool. For me, the more intriguing story is what did John Carter do from here? Because John Carter has just he's climbed, and people have went, you know what? Actually, you're not a complete piece of shit. I'm gonna get behind you. We've all got behind him, and he's got there and failed. So where does John Carter go from here? Because you've got Sheldon, who has had the same kind of backstory, but now Sheldon is starting to become deranged and this bad guy. Does that have Sheldon feed into John? Be like, well, haha, you lost, lol. And John's like, well, I didn't lose, lol. And they start doing this stupid fucking compass comp bullshit. But character-wise, John losing is better than John winning, for me personally, because there's so much more avenues. We can now see John Carter as the human being,
Yeah, I agree.
as opposed to the world champion contender desperation to win. El Parker will go on, Jordan will go on and do something cool with whoever's next. For me, where does John go?
See, that's a fun thing. I think Dupree was bringing it up like before when we were being catty bitches. Like you don't need a title feud, you just need a fucking feud, period.
Yeah.
So to see where John goes would be kind of interesting. On the Parker thing, I was talking about it earlier. I think I'll elaborate on it now. So for those who don't read, and that's being a bitch, but fuck you, I don't care. For those who don't read, like a big proponent Rex is basically like this is kind of like his he's kind of like done or whatever, and he's okay with being fucking second whatever and not getting all of his goals. One of his goals is something that's currently available now. So maybe I'll manifest this rather than say it in private because fuck it, why not? Because I know how things are. So after murdering one fucking Paul Pugh and after not getting one of his goals, what's one of his goals? Can anyone guess? Can Junko guess?
This guy copied my whole flow, bar for bar. I was going there next.
Fuck it, go for it. That's why I like you. You're like fucking
Yeah,
Diet
what the
Jake.
fuck?
Go for
Like,
it.
yeah,
Go for it.
you're retiring. What the fuck? Go for the title. What the hell?
Which title though?
The one that Parker has.
Because he didn't. Because he
Grand
didn't
Slam.
have it.
Yeah,
He
he's
never
had
got it. Yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm like, the storytelling. Anyways, I'll wait for my turn.
No, but yeah, but see what I'm saying? Like that's one avenue that I'm like, oh shit. And that just happened today. Like, oh shit, wow. Interesting. So whatever, that's manifestation, but you know what? Whatever. The thing is on a what's it called? Administration level, that's a good thing on paper, but again, for Parker, it's like fuck, he has to either stop this or let it happen. And if he lets it happen, then he's not building a new star. He's just Rex is, finishing his
Doing something.
Rex is finishing his fat story.
Right?
That
But-
story.
Which could be good, but like that.
Meanwhile,
Let me
Reese
contain myself.
is
These are-
milking a cow at
These
the
are
farm,
this is the
crying.
part of OCW that like makes it fun. Like when you do this kind of
Yeah,
shit. Like this is what I
oh
enjoy.
my god, you
Like
got me
that-
excited. I'm turning into Jake.
Watch it. Good. You like Diet Jake to me almost. Until you have until you get aggressive with me, then you're not. Anyway, I digress. But yeah. So interesting to see. So on the subject of angles and shit, John should come up with something. And I'm sure
Yeah.
Parker will have something, but I'm just manifesting this shit. So Junko, after I stole your glory, go for it.
Okay, so a lot of things. You got me very excited, but I'm gonna save that till
So Junko's gonna fight El Parker for the world title.
Yo, if we
I
could
wish
do
I could-
if we could do
I lose
mixed
my arm.
match, whatever, we would. That'd be
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, if we could do that, Junko's attacking Rex.
I mean, if they got the 2K23 version, I'll do it just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
For like a one-off on a Riot. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
The match was gas. I'm sorry. This is why you put mid moves and things in your moves. The match was gas. Like the reversal. John can go. We already know Parker's Parker.
Can we
but John
comment on what happened on the outside with my beautiful sound
Yeah,
editing?
I was go.
That fucking Jamie was burying in another match. Oh, they're using sounds. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamie.
The match was gas. Like in terms of like the reversals and the things that were going on in the ring, outside of the ring. Once they got outside of the ring and they were doing all the reversals and fucking John murdering Parker with that exploder onto the the barricade and his body was just kind of flailing.
Mint.
Please clip that. Please send it to me now to my phone.
Mint.
AirDrop. That was mint. Like that. Those are the things that like. These are the things that I want to do, and I think everybody should strive to do. Is just to put on entertaining matches. This match was probably one of the most entertaining matches I've had in a while, or I've witnessed in a while. So kudos to both of them. Let's talk about this promo. John has all the tools to make me want to like him. John has all the tools to be a top babyface, not the toppest of babyfaces, but be up there. The problem is John the wrestler can't separate from John the handler. It's impossible. It's physically impossible. So realistically, the only thing I could really recommend is just, I'd say probably just be a tweener when it comes to times where you need to be a babyface. I don't think he's able to be a pure babyface. He's got to prove me wrong. I like
Perfect.
Nobody really liked to harp on it, but I loved the fact that like he was doing little things like going after Gabe. I thought that was a shot at Parker. I don't know if anyone agrees. I thought it was. I was like, wait, hold on, that's kind of nasty work.
Can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
So wasn't John doing the Gabe thing first?
When did he approach Gabe first? Wasn't it? They've only interacted like for three. They've only interacted. For
It's
3
been
weeks,
it's been a handful, but I'm gonna say it happened like the stuff that. All right. So as far as I'm aware, and this is memory wise, I'm sure if there's a difference, if Parker's still here, he can correct me. But I figured John was the first one to approach UE and be like on Gabe. He was doing it on Ambition, so that was a couple weeks ago. And then when Parker did the whole like the go home show thing, that's his first. Like I feel like that's his first interaction with Gabe. It might. I only did stuff with Gabe once. Okay.
I thought.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
See, there you go.
I'm reading what Brian and Jay. Yeah.
So I was right. So basically, hold on. So basically, not to be rude. So basically, Parker. John was like, "You Underground Leads is dog shit." Blah blah blah. And then like, the only time he interacted with Parker was that time when he ran into Parker. And then so happened that John ended up kicking the shot at Gabe, and then Gabe kneed him back. And I'm sorry talking about Gabe. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Well,
the first time John interacted with Gabe was like, "Hey, your guys, leave those whatever and come with this chicken dinner," whatever the fuck the quote goes. And then the first time Parker interacted with Gabe, the first time Parker interacted with Gabe, it was very amicable, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So continue.
I guess my point was like, it seems like organically he's getting over in terms of just because Parker's just a better heel than him. So obviously he automatically gets knocked to like the baby.
But John's not supposed to be a heel.
He's not able. I just don't think he's physically able to be a.
He's not even great. He's just a dick.
It's just not. It's not his thing. So that's my thing. The only thing he can do is just lean into being great, and that's okay.
I would disagree. I think he's perfectly capable of being a baby.
Yeah, I'll let you. Yeah, if you wanna harp on it, you can. I'll let you.
Well, the thing is, not because we're not gonna. If this is 3 hours, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. We're not gonna do 3 hours. We're ending short.
No. I'm saying like if we want to talk, because we did this with Bullock all the time. We talk about like switching over. If you guys think he's able to do it,
Jake said it best. Look what he said. He said John went from being the biggest underdog in the company when fucking Jamie was saying, "I'm the fucking scapegoat." No, you're not, motherfucker. Like that.
I will defend him.
High key, that irritated me so much because literally John was a scapegoat, and like no one's bringing it up that scapegoat means what happened to John. And it was like, "Oh, he's a scapegoat."
That was the point. That was literally the fucking point.
I was fucking furious about it. But Jake said it best. He said he's the biggest underdog in the company, and then Riot Turmoil to being hotshot, suit-wearing prick on Ambition in the span of 3 days. He's like when Vince went to Memphis in the 80s. That popped me huge. Good job, Jake. So even in 10, Jake popped me.
Jake, I don't think he's able to turn off John Carter, the person who's the person.
No, he can. He'll be riding his bike and put a fucking stick in it and fall over with everybody else.
That's my thing, right? So the best thing for him to be is just a tweener at this point, and just be one of the tweeners.
He can't be a tweener.
He's got to prove me wrong.
He could be a tweener. But it's just that the fact was that when you're compared to someone like Parker, like you're supposed to be like the underdog or whatever. But
you have no choice. There's no bigger heel than Parker right now.
All he had to do was shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Right? I'll back him. I will support him when it comes to the promo. The promo was good in the sense of if it wasn't John Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right?
even
So-
the thing with Chris, like it had. I'm sorry to cut you up. Like it had sympathy, but then it felt like it was kind of washed under the rug.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
pre-match
explain
promo
it.
felt
I just
like it
feel
went on forever.
Remember, I make the joke about the brick wall. This is John Carter in a nutshell. Like I feel like that's what it was. Like we had the thing with Chris Green, and mind you, when you say Chris, you have to specify who it is because sometimes people watching don't know what the fuck happened. But yeah,
Okay.
like he had it, but he kind of lost it. I don't know how to put it. He had it, but then it just kind of like in the last couple of weeks, it just went not where it was supposed to go. And it got to the point where, as someone watching, I'm like, please, Parker, just win. At one point, I was like, oh, maybe
Yeah.
John will win. Cool. Now I'm like, please, Parker, win.
I think some people get kind of halfway there, like, oh, you believe in me now, okay,
Right?
and they just fall back into habits. Like
Yep.
I think Jake kind of accompanies it perfectly. We're saying John does what John does. You know, he got the big run from the Jordan Trans heel turn, where like it annoyed you. That was the point. It was meant to piss people off.
But it's
that
not
Jordan Trans
supposed
was like,
to.
well,
Oh, sorry,
it
Jordan
is.
Trans, all right. Yeah, no,
yeah,
you said
sorry.
after you
So
meant John
Jordan
Carter,
Trans
Jordan
is like, yeah, Jordan Trans is like, well, I was a fucking victim all along, and it's like, no, you're fucking not. It's John. It's John, and everybody started getting behind him.
They didn't though. They were still calling you the fucking scapegoat, which is why I was extra upset. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Dylan-
Are you retarded?
Dylan, to his credit, stopped yapping and being a fucking pain in the ass in Discord for a good length of time.
The funny thing about that
And
feud,
then-
he was like, even in that feud when he lost, he was still the babyface. And then like I don't know,
Yeah.
within the last like 4 weeks, he fucking I don't understand. I don't understand it. I
Well,
don't
that was the
understand.
point. It was then when he suddenly, yeah, it was a meme. It was, you know, like, I'm the good guy, ha 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 ha, and I wasn't. And then John did everything that he needed to do, didn't lead into it,
I
as
love
Jake
this, by the
says,
way.
and then he
That was
he moved on to a world title feud, and John just assumed that the goodwill from the previous feud
But-
would carry over.
No, it
and he
did,
just
but he
continued to be
progressively
Dylan.
fucked it.
Mm.
Like it's not to say that
Okay.
he fumbled, but you know, and the funny thing is, we're not gonna
He
go
didn't
3
cap-
hours.
he
We're not
didn't
gonna go
capitalize,
3
yeah.
hours, but like
I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make it. I didn't want to make it like a big John discourse. But
No, you
just
didn't.
I'm
You
just gonna.
didn't. You made-
I'm just gonna.
you
Yeah.
made
I'm just
your
gonna. I'm gonna land my plane. I'm sure because I'm turning into Jake. This last part. The last part is important. Yeah. The last part is important. For the future now, I think what's good with this match is there's a lot of avenues, a lot of real estate for John right
Yes.
now. And Shelly too. And Shelly, you're not excluded from that. Was fucking sick. You see that shit? Oh my god.
I want to see a heel Sheldon
Yeah.
versus John Carter.
Yeah, I agree,
Face.
Jimmy. I agree with you. I'm very interested in what happens with John and what John does next, and Shelly too, as well, and where they go. If it's a situation where he continues to
Yeah.
try and poach Gabe, cool.
fucking
Whatever
love
the case may
this.
be, just do something. Do something.
I fucking
When
love
it comes to our champion now, I'm gonna glaze
glad
our
you love
champion. I'm gonna glaze our champion for a bit.
Don't
He's
be
the
the
wrestler of the year.
champion. Don't do that.
Don't
He's
do
the
it.
wrestler.
Don't
He's
do
the
it.
wrestler.
Don't
He's
do
the
it.
wrestler of the year. And it annoys me because we were having discourse and he was right when it said to like production and things of that nature. And that's what he cares about. He's right. Realistically, he's right. It's just the
Don't
world
do
tour
that.
is the world tour is unstoppable. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Don't do
That
that.
was sucks.
But yeah, he's the wrestler of the year. Like he just.
Well,
he just-
hopefully he
top-
wins, but
hope he does.
at
He's
the
the
very
total-
least,
he's
at
the
the
total
very least
package.
tied.
He's the total package. But right now, I think I think now he needs to go legend hunting and relic hunting, and
No.
Rex is the one.
No, you know
Yeah.
you know why? You know why I say
Nope.
no to that? I say no to that because of the because I already see Jake fucking looking at me like through the text, through the thing, and I don't even want to bother with it. He knows how I feel already. Like like you get it, but like my thing is like no, just do your own thing. Like you don't need the like legend rub or whatever.
No, not legend hunting in the sense of like trying to kill legend. I'm saying like next it needs to be Rex and Parker. For me, I'm being greedy. I think in terms of like the storyline, I think it's a cross collision. I think it makes sense.
Honestly, I would agree with you.
I
but
don't
we'll
I
see
don't
what
want him to
Parker does.
retire. Rex, I'm going to harass you if you were even serious about that. I'm going to message you. I'm going to harass you, letting you know now. But I think that's where it needs to go next. I think there's conviction there for Parker. There's conviction there for Rex. It needs to happen. That's just me.
You know what makes
I'm
me
done.
so happy? I love the fact that there's like these impassioned fucking things about our stupid lore and everything. Yeah. No, ideally, we would see a fucking. I could actually outline it in my head. Do you want to hear the stupid outline or no?
Yes.
All right.
Because it's probably the same as me.
So here's a stupid outline. It happens, probably not, but whatever. So the idea is Rex is like, hey, you know, he shows up. He's like, all right, guys, you know, blah 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 blah. I'm done. And then fucking you hear the gong and you just hear Parker talking mad shit as he walks out to the ring. And he's like, whatever. And then he gets fucking lariated. And I guess Rex is like, I got one more in me. And then we got the feud.
Yeah,
That's wrestling.
I'll lose my shit.
That's the armchair booking.
guys' ears would bleed. Your guys' ears would bleed.
boy.
That's the armchair booking. And then Jacob Chance rises from the seat to say, wait a minute. Then we
No,
stop.
I'm done. Jacob Transon's done. I'm
No.
not doing it. I'm not remaking.
But
the moveset.
I love the impassioned, what you call it. I love the impassioned discussions about different characters. But you can't give Parker too much credit because then he gets fucking gas in his fucking head. So you have to moderate it. Even though we're on good terms, you can't give him because then he gets like too So, but no.
Reese is coming. I keep telling you guys. It's either Reese
No,
or
the Reese
Daddy.
thing is like done. I wish.
It's
I
Reese is
wish the
dead.
Reese thing was a thing, but like it's not. There's no Reese finishing the story.
I'm sad.
So
it has to be
It's
Daddy.
never happening.
Daddy or Rex. One of the two.
It's Jordan Trans. Jordan Trans is gonna finish the story.
Oh God.
I don't. So here's the funny thing. And God damn, we're gonna fucking hit 3 hours, and this fucking guy, he was right. Fuck.
No, you can cut it. You can cut it. You can just stop recording.
I'm not blaming you,
stop recording.
motherfucker.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
I'm about to stop the stream just because.
We
It's,
can end it. Yeah, we can end it, and then we can just talk.
fuck you. You know what? Fuck you, Parker. You're not gonna win. Fuck you. I'm enjoying my
Thank you all for
OCW
listening
time.
to the OCW podcast.
You're right.
We're gonna call it a night, and
Nah,
James gonna hit
nah.
stop
I
recording.
don't give a fuck if he's right. He'll be right. He's fine. Whatever. Let him get the fucking props. He can be right. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Anyway, I'm enjoying myself. Like I want to fucking talk shit. So fuck it. If he's still here, great. If you're not, it's fine. I don't give a fuck. I can
That's
out.
the beauty of it. Like we're all just wanna fucking talk shit. But
Yeah, sorry. I got amped. and took over the show for like 12
Yeah,
minutes.
it's
My bad.
fine. I don't care. So I got a little bit left. But no, it's. Yeah, he was trying to be a dick. Nah, it would have been brief, but then you know what? Fuck, it doesn't matter. He's just happy. Like they're talking about me. Tee. Fuck you. Hope you lose. Okay, I don't know. No, but where was that? Oh, like in my ideal word, John. I knew I'd stayed. Fuck you. You like I gotta get. I'm fucking hungry. Ideally, you know what the funny thing is? Like, let's say John won, right? You know what what happens if John wins, right? Can someone guess?
He
Come on,
just-
Junko.
I think he cuts a promo. He cuts a promo and just doubles down as being a heel. He tries to be a babyface and just
No.
doubles down.
But
as
if John wins, who does he fight?
Shelly.
Ooh.
Shelly.
Try again.
The fuck? Am I missing someone?
Try again.
Try again.
Yeah.
He doesn't fight Shelly.
Well, remember
Jordan?
him and Shelly just became cool. It's not like if he fights him immediately, it's like it just literally happened.
There's a lot of people though. There could be Deaver. There could be.
So Deaver is like ugh, but what's the
Trent.
what's the lot? There you.
Yeah, Jordan. It would have to be Jordan.
Because remember,
But I think-
remember he beat him already in the thing.
Yeah.
So what happens
And
when
then, yeah.
John is like, "Hello, everybody! I am so happy to be your new OCW
champion.
It's me, John!" And then you fucking hear
then the
fucking
background-
stupid scapegoat music.
No. You see Jordan Trans in the scapegoat bus.
Look at Jake.
You love that.
Jake's fired up.
Admit it. You love that theme.
Jake's fired up. No, it's fine. It's
Jake's
fine.
about to come back.
Jake's fired up. Jake's passion. I like passionate Jake. But no, but see, like like that was my thing for John's like, yeah, I think this is like the one that makes sense. Like, cause it would be John like, I've climbed to the mountainside of that, and then you fucking see Jordan Trans like, well, guess what, bitch, you never beat me, and that makes sense. So that was like really his only really option. Like, yeah, I say Shelly, but the thing is, he just like it would be very much because he literally like a week ago they just been galvanized. It's just to turn real quick. It's kind of like. I mean, to your point, Junko, it could be like it doesn't matter how long, but I feel like it will be rushed if that makes any sense.
Yeah, fair.
So
Jake's gonna.
to be honest, I probably would say a Parker rematch would be. You know what? At some point, I would agree as well. There's logistical issues, but in that case, I would potentially defer, but my thing is like we gotta build people. So, but either way, this is just dream scenarios because that's how impassioned we are with 20 years of this bullshit. So can we talk about that before we go? Shut up, Cody. No offense. I'm trying not to.
I think is it Jimmy's turn now? I don't think Jimmy said anything.
Did Jimmy say anything?
Yeah.
Is he watching his kids?
I don't think so.
Is he alive?
No, I mean,
Jimmy's been quiet for about 40 minutes.
I'm so sorry, Jim. We're pieces of shit.
Jimmy. That's okay. You're fine.
Continue. I apologize.
I mean, I talked about the match already. I mean, overall, I really enjoyed the event. All the things that went down. And the stuff you were talking about with Rex specifically would be very interesting. The John Carter conversation. Jordan Trance makes a lot of sense there. I thought Sheldon would make some sense. There's potential avenues there, but maybe Trance would be a better story to start. Overall, that's really it for me. Tons of fun. 20 years. It's crazy, Jay, that you managed to make it this
20
long.
years.
Yeah. Can I wrap it up real quick and then just get emotional? So it's been I don't know if you know, like, I'm not big on birthdays. I'm not big on celebrations. That's not me. So I don't give a fuck. Like, y'all don't know mine, which is great. So it literally had in October 5th, it's been basically 20 years. So now it's technically 20 years, like 3-4 months, whatever. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, I don't genuinely know. Like, there's been so much shit that's happened in my fucking life on a personal level that's happened. Like, I've gone into surgery. I've had fucking hospital issues. I fucking almost got married. I almost got divorced. A lot of crazy shit has happened in between.
Pride.
But,
I think you should feel pride. Because
I don't know if I do or don't. I'm just kind of like, I'm not upset or angry. I'm like in this weird indifference thing. Like, if you know, like, all right. So fuck it, we're gonna fuck you. We're gonna fucking hit 305. Fuck you, Parker, Brian, Jordan. It's like I'm just gonna, and then we can wrap it up. It's probably gonna go right at 3 hours and change. I don't care. He was right, and it makes me mad that he was right. But what are you gonna do? You know what? Fuck it. I have him defend his title against Cody Hagan. Like when we come back, fine. It's whatever. It's like I'm not a big shut up, Cody. I'm not a big celebratory person. So like, if you notice, I wasn't really like it was hard 20 year, but I'm not really like, hey, like you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
I think you're happy that you've been able to give some.
No, but like, yeah, like you get like how I'm not overly like, hey, it's our like. I'm just like, hey, this is what we have. Like, I'm not. That's never. Like, hey. I've never been the fucking guy to be overly excited and because it feels to me like when you do that, you're very fake or whatever. So
you've delivered something for a long period of time that other people haven't been able to deliver. Mistakes, they've happened. Victories, they've happened. So you've delivered something that people have enjoyed from afar, interacting and being directly a part of.
I think I'm summoning Jake.
I think you might be what you're looking for.
Yeah,
basically.
Stop summoning Jake. Okay, goddammit.
I think you might be summoning Jake.
Yeah,
I think he's trying to get in and he can't. Let me see.
My ritual. I'm summoning a ritual.
I think he might be trying. If you're trying to get in, I add him. But like, I don't know how to put it. I'm happy, but I'm indifferent. It's just, I feel like I can't be
like in between.
I can't be
happy and then you're sad.
I can't be like that fake. If you want to come in, Jake, just go to the thing and I'll add you, and you could fucking say what you want.
I think maybe what you're trying to say is you don't want to be this guy that's like, yay, we've done 20 fucking years. Look at this, it's been great. You just want to go, oh, okay, I've been here 20 years.
Are you always
be here?
Are you always
let's be here in our 20 years. That's.
Are you always humble when it comes to like your milestones or things like that?
Is
like
it
in your life
is it called humble or?
No, I don't know if humble is the word, but like, are you always like this, where you just like to stay even in terms of like leaning far to right or far to left? Is that how it is? So like, you don't really like to celebrate your like achievements? Is that how you are with your everyday life?
I think that's an actual accurate assessment.
Okay.
I think for Jay, he doesn't want to like celebrate everything. Like, he just wants people to acknowledge that, yeah, here we are.
I don't know.
Personally,
I don't know how to.
Like I don't think if someone's just completely go 20 years. Oh, cheers.
Just sounds like you don't want us
on.
to put you over. Like, I don't know. I
No,
might ignore you.
like
It's not even that.
Like, I
It's
think-
not even that. Like I'm aware. Hold up. Oh,
and Jake's like
Jake
my
is
brain,
cursed.
my brain is melding.
He is cursing me out. Jake is cursing me out in fucking DMs, bro.
Yeah, just
Um,
take your flowers for being here for 20
That's
years.
the thing. I hate that term too. I hate
Okay,
flowers. I hate celebration. I hate everything. Like
okay,
I'm just
let me
here.
let me put it in Gaelic.
Okay, hold up. Don't no. We don't want no Gaelic. We don't want no Gaelic. We're good with.
Wow, the
We're good with
racism.
the Gaelic. Hold up. I'm about to get some like unrepentant aggression. I think. Here we go.
God.
There you go. You're in.
Rage mode in 3, 2, 1, bitches.
Trying to listen to Junko Giroda understand what Jason Clinton's sensation is tremendous. I love to hear it. Just the analytical approach. Just, hey, listen, let me ask you a question. Are you like this in your day-to-day life? Yes. The answer is yes.
Jake, you ready? You ready? Jake?
What you hit me with something in Gaelic?
Yeah. Jake,
Oh.
you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Tego meth
You fucked it up already. Take it back. Dashkalo.
Tego meth gagat.
Oh, sure, man.
Jake,
You
what
have
do you
well.
want to say, Jake, in this love fest?
I mean, keep talking. I'm sure I'll find something.
To yell, and welcome back.
So we were fantasy booking, right? So listen, John Carter had a lot of different scenarios he could have gone. The problem with fantasy booking is always the same as it is in real life or OCW or anything. It's the same thing. We know El Parca is the world champion. So if we come at this like if this match is the very same, but John Carter kicks out and hits the knee and then pins, I say what I said in chat. I think the logical next match, mostly because John Carter is such an
Piece of shit.
what's the right word? An unconvincing babyface is the best way I'd put it.
Okay.
If he wins that match after everything that had happened, especially, and I'm so glad you guys spent so long on the ambition parts of this because that John fundamentally misunderstanding OCW to the point he thinks he can just go to Ambition and be the same shitbag dickhead he had been the same for the last 4 years and just come back to Riot and Turmoil and think everything is hunky-dory. This is not like I know we have an 80s show coming up, but he's got to have more self-awareness than that. So he clearly doesn't, so that makes him an convincing babyface. So if he wins that match against El Parca, big shocking moment, great for him, but I think there's great opponents for him later. He's got to beat El Parca and he's got to do it the right way again. He's got to beat him again. Like, because that match I guess there's a situation where this match at OCW 20 goes like 21 minutes and has 2 finisher kickouts apiece and has like a pivotal moment. Like, I'm thinking that B17 in the chamber at Lucian 14 moment where he, like, that just boom, like he immediately turns everything. That match at the chamber had 6 people in OCW quitting the Fed. We were all done. And then once we saw what it meant, once we saw that moment, once we all rewatched it, we were like, hey, same thing Junko just said. After we all watched it back, we're like, hey, you know what? You know, a couple FPR, a couple chaotic things, couple things that could have been better. This is amazing. This is one of the best moments of all time, and we all embrace that. John didn't have that moment in this match, so he at least needs to beat Parca again or have that moment. And then after that, maybe Sheldon is a great choice to finally turn that corner and turn heel. I thought he was going to turn heel after he lost to Parca, but I actually am more interested in the fact that he didn't turn heel. He just turned into an edgier face. So now Sheldon's kind of lingering in that middle space. John is as well. I don't really know where John goes from here. I don't know if I missed any of that conversation.
Well, why can't they figure that shit out away from Parca?
They can. They absolutely can. Especially now because Parca.
We're not letting this Rex story go away. I'm fighting.
No, I'm 100% because Parca won.
Okay.
I was just talking in the fantasy booking sense. If John won, John lost. He's got no business to buy the world title anymore. Him and Sheldon should not be anywhere near it at this point. They need to go find themselves. And if that finding themselves period comes in, that they clash and they're like, you could have had it, and he's like, nah, fuck you, it was your fault. No, it was your fault. Then they fight. Beautiful story told. If they don't, maybe they team up. Maybe they form like a brief tag team, and then John goes, you know what? Last time I formed a tag team, it didn't work out so well. You know, there's a lot of different ways for him to go right now. But what should not happen is any match next defense for the OCW title that includes Sheldon or John. Maybe a triple threat, because we never really got that, right? Like I thought we'd get that. That would be the only acceptable scenario, but I wouldn't like that for Parka. I would like for Parka to go find somebody big, somebody red, somebody who's going to beat him in a few minutes.
But that's why I think the Rex thing, I think Parker deserves that. I think
agreed.
Since I've been here, that's why I said it right now. He's the wrestler of the year for me. I think he deserves it. I think Rex deserves it. It makes perfect sense. I think the build-up will be sexy.
You know what? You know what's funny? You know what's fun about that, Junko? So I have a couple things. One, it's so beautiful to see other people do what I did initially. Like the reason I love Mugen and Paul Pugh and Cassidy Hayes and Spider and so many of those guys is because when I first joined, they were the ones doing what Parka is doing right now. And so that part's beautiful to me. So for somebody new to come in and be like, this is my fucking guy, the perception is different for some of us because we've seen Parka at maybe his more annoying periods. When he was a smarky piece of shit.
Junko has so he's good.
He still is to a. That's what I'm saying. He still is to a point. But like there were times where he was insufferable, much like John Carter. But they both rehabilitated themselves. And Parka is like he's a megastar, man. He just is. 100%. He's done everything the right way. We spent over a year because I'm Dennis Dillinger. I'm his manager. We spent over a year trying to make him the babyface that bounces back, that tries to do everything the right way. And the audience didn't accept it. And he was the one that came to me after a real year, and was like, this isn't working. We need to double down. And we're like, you know what? Let's do it. And now, everything is great. That's just the pivot, not talking about the tag team champions. But that's what it's all about. And then the other part of it, I forgot.
So... Since you forgot,
I'll get there.
Give me a second. Can you do me a favor?
Why are we still alike?
I was trying to wrap it up, but I'm glad you're here. But can you give me flowers so I can feel better about myself while I'm an alcoholic?
Oh, so now you want the flowers?
I'll give you flowers.
What other flowers could you possibly get? Listen to the people standing in here for 4 hours talking about lore that wouldn't exist without your actual existence. Not even your existence, but the fact that it's uplifted by these little things, these graphics that you're doing that nobody talks about.
You're doing what he wants.
Yeah,
what's wrong with that?
Because he deserves it.
What I want.
But what I want to know is why is this not like a milestone for you? Like, why are you not like proud of this?
It's not that I'm not.
It's amazing.
It's not that I'm not proud.
You said
To me, it sounds like you're not trying to get too high. You're not trying to get too low. I want to know why.
He does that. No, that's what when you said when you asked that. No, he's not. This is just who he is. When you asked him that right before I joined, I was like I bust out laughing because it was you like micro-analyzing him in a way that I did in 2019. And I'm like, wait, are you just like this? And I'm like, oh, I'm the exact same way. So like I totally understand because I thought it was a bit too. I'm like, this dude's just an egomaniac. No, he's just like this. Anytime anything happens, he takes it as disrespect because it's a defense mechanism. And most of the time it's not, but sometimes it is. But without that defense mechanism that runs on spite, he wouldn't have made it to the 20-year anniversary that we have right now. But if you want flowers, the only flowers that you fucking need, I just went and hung out with my family at a fire, and I came back, and you're still doing this, and here I am. So, like, what other flowers do you need, bro? You have John Carter in the main event. You made John Carter a star. Do you need more flowers than that?
Excuse me.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, to be honest with you. I didn't do shit. Nah, I don't know.
Now I'm mad that I forgot my second point because I think it was really, really relevant.
I got Adam excited. Are we shooting on Jay?
Give me a second. You guys fantasy book for like 5 minutes. I'll get back to you.
Was it about Rex?
No. B17 is excited to shoot on me for some strange reason.
Let's call it.
That's what it was. Rex.
Fuck, here he is.
Yes.
Yeah, Rex. Yeah, I was right.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because, yes, the first point was I love so much about how anytime new people, and it's not like Junko, you're on the pedestal right now, especially because you keep agreeing with everything I'm saying. But otherwise, like anytime anybody jumps in and is showing love for OCW on like that core, like initial fundamental standpoint, I love that. But the fact that you brought up Rex is so funny because Jay and I were talking when we were doing commentary. We never really brought up that Rex is undefeated at the anniversary show.
Yeah,
he is
we
6-0.
Yeah,
He has never lost, and this was a big show for him to prove that he could keep that winning streak alive. And one of the matches that he had was a rookie El Parka or a recent wrestler El Parka once he bounced back for the CCW title, in which he fucking cheated and broke FPR to retain. And so.
Yep. And everybody forgets about it.
No, I don't forget about it. Parker don't forget it. None of us forget about it. It just happened in such a weird kind of non-solidified FPR state where like half people didn't agree with the rule he broke. Basically, the 3 finisher rule we have now, Rex kicked out of 4 finishers. So, yeah, and then he just pile drived El Parka into the ground and beat him and continued on his CCW reign. And they have had their own separate things, and obviously El Parka is not suffering from that loss in any way, which is another reason. I could go on sidebar for sidebar. But yeah, the fact that you bring up Rex, that is another great reason that he would be an awesome challenger, because it would finally give El Parka the opportunity to solidify his victory, because he beat him. He beat him when he was 8 months into the Fed and should be CCW champion. I don't know what the universe looks like if that happens. Maybe it's better, maybe it's worse. El Parka is very, very ready to sniff his own farts, and he's ready to smark it up at all times. At least he was in 2020. He's not now. He's a different guy, and we're all better for it. So it's tough to say whether it would be better or worse if Jay just would have went, nope, Rex, you lost. But all of that messiness makes a perfect Rex and El Parka world title match. My only issue with that is they already kind of had this story and this moment with the North American title when it was kind of new. So like El Parka, Rex, Christian Garcia, for whatever that's worth, that whole stuff.
It means more now. It means more now.
It does. But that whole stuff is what established the North American title, so we're kind of already past it. So for people who are here, it would kind of feel like a retread. But it is nice that you kind of like tapped onto it, because there's a lot more history there than it seems.
Either that or Daddy. One of the two.
Yeah.
Like I think he deserves to get what he wants.
That's what Parker wants. That's what Parker wants. And nobody else.
It doesn't have to be for the title. Realistically, I want one of them to lose. I don't care who, but they need to have a programming. I think it would be sexy.
Jake, it's been so many years.
I think
it's
tough. It's so tough.
I think
we all tried to put you over earlier. We already
shut up. We already put you over, Jay.
He rejected us.
Make it about
Junko,
me.
how old are you?
Make it about me.
I'm 36.
Oh shit! I thought you were thinking 20s. Fuck.
Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't work in my favor. You were a 16-year-old Canadian virgin when this Fed started. That's enough to put Jay over, I tell you.
Yeah, deadass.
That is what Parka wants. I think there's a creative solution to this unification thing that doesn't result in a unification, but that's up to them to figure out. I'm not going to tell them like how to do it, whatever. I think there is something there, to your point. Like, it doesn't have to be a unification or a title for title thing. And they already had that match, right? They just recently do a champ versus champ match, Jay, that we called?
It was mystery. I think it was like a fantasy book. Yeah.
Or it was just a main event on like a Riot or Turmoil, because we like to do that. But
like
I think there is something there for like a long-term story that doesn't involve Parka holding every champ, because let's say he beats Adam, which I don't think he could, to be honest. I think when Adam is not all
I gotta do is give me 10 minutes with Adam and he's on.
I don't know. It's so tough because my perception too. I fought both of them. A million times, and it's very difficult to see how that would go. But even if it does, like Brian wins, and then what? And then he goes and beats the Pivot to hold the tag titles by himself. And then he goes and tries to beat Nate. He's gonna hold all the belts. That's what he wants.
Look at you! Oh my god, that's a little too much.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about
No, this is late night OCW.
That's
I'm just
late.
out
Yeah,
here
this
shooting-
what is it?
I'm just out here shooting nonsense so people get fired up.
OCW After Dark. Listen, Jake, I need you to spend a good 5 minutes to put me over, brother, so I feel good about myself. Because
My hands smell like broccoli soup, Jay. I had nothing to do.
That
but
is
eat.
the whitest thing I've ever heard you
that
say.
feels like something
That's so Caucasian.
That is the whitest thing I've ever heard you say, and you're very white. That's crazy.
Well,
It still
My-
feels like Jake's gonna message me at 4 a.m. like, "You wanna
My
do a
hands
podcast
smell
with
like
Dark
broccoli
Light Side of
soup.
OCW?"
I'm gonna use
I
that
just-
in commentary or a role play.
You
If
want?
I can't talk to you right
Boy,
now, boo. My hands smell like broccoli soup.
Jesus.
I want to say something before we wrap it up.
I don't
because
wanna
this
hear
is-
it.
Well, this is
Whoa.
probably the last. This is the last show of 2024, and we head into the new year. And on January 6th, well, I don't know when the.
What are you
the
doing on
80 show
January
comes
6th,
out.
Cody?
Jesus Christ, Cody. Fuck is wrong with you?
'cause when we come back in January,
We're coming back on January
And we
4th for
have-
the 80s show,
10th.
which is actually YouTube exclusive, so technically not, because I'm not involved.
What?
What do you mean, what? Why are you saying it like that? What?
I'm not doing commentary
wanna
if you're not streaming it.
You're not doing comps.
What?
Are you
You're
doing?
not doing comps.
Well, I was going to, but now Jay's telling me that he's not going to stream it, so I'm
It's
going to
being
tell Brian
streamed
to
on.
find a new
It's
partner.
being streamed on
It's being
YouTube.
streamed on YouTube, not Twitch.
Yeah.
Well,
I
All
want
right,
to
all right.
say to the entirety.
Are you doing comps though, Jay?
I'm
Yeah.
not doing comms. Jake is.
Fuck.
wait, no. Who are you talking to? I'm Jay. He's Jake. Why don't you call him black and me white? That'll
Wow.
make it easier.
It's
Are there
accurate.
going to be comps in the 80 show?
Yes.
On that note,
Yeah.
on that note,
That's all
I'm
I care
gonna
about.
say goodnight,
Shit, it's
everybody, and have a great OCW time.
Oh, look at that. Jamie got tapped. Jamie got
Later,
sober and
Jamie.
tapped out. Bye, Jamie.
Bye, Jamie.
Listen,
I'm just been letting you people talk shit for the past 20 minutes.
They're just
Everyone
yelling over
here,
you, Cody. They
I
don't
want
care.
to wish you all a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a
Listen to
happy
that.
New Year's.
Love you, Cody.
Thank you,
Happy
Cody.
New Year.
Look,
Goodbye, Cody.
Y'all
Goodbye,
are
Jamie.
shutting him down like he's gonna say some shit. He's just giving you
Yeah.
Yuletide well wishes. You guys are so rude.
Love you, Cody. Best champion
Yeah,
ever.
Cody. Hey,
All
go
right.
work, Cody. Hey, shine those belts up for me, man.
So
Decorated.
Parker was
The
right.
rest of everybody.
That makes me
Fuck Parker.
furious. Goodbye, Jamie.
Fuck Parker.
And I'll just
Fuck
say
Parker.
this. It's been 20 years. I don't really know what to say or add. I started this thing in 2024, and people make fun of
No,
me.
you didn't.
Yeah.
You
No,
I
started in
didn't. That's
2000.
this year.
Oh, I said 2024, didn't I?
You sure did. Have you still been there?
Sorry, it's late. I started this thing.
What I meant to say is I'm ending it in 2024. Y'all get the fuck out of my
Yeah,
face.
right.
It's late. It's currently fucking 3
I'll
a.m.
tell,
for me.
I'll just say something really mean to Jimmy. Or just cut the side off. Like, yeah. So anyway, I started this in 2004. I got roasted heavily by people telling me that I would fucking fail, wouldn't succeed, and then we succeeded, and those same people wanted to like link up or exploit us. They failed. I've been through stupidity, mutinies, cheaters, fucking sycophants, psychopaths, whatever the fuck's, or anything, any path-based person. And we've usually overcome everything for the most part. We're here now, 2024, kicking ass, taking names, doing what we gotta do on YouTube. I wish the fucking masses would appreciate us more, but it is what it is. I'm proud of everybody. I don't celebrate shit, but I'm still very happy and proud that we did this shit. It's 20. I don't know how it feels. It's weird because it's 20. Like I don't know. Like I don't know how to. Like it's 20 years, bro. Like literally, like it doesn't feel like
It's
it, but it
amazing,
is.
Jake.
It's strange. I'm just happy that the people like like Jake got to make friends, Jamie got to make friends, Junko I'm assuming is making friends. The elderly made friends with people like like Jerry Suda went to Jerry's wedding and fucking Majin went to Mike. It doesn't matter. I'm just happy that I was able to help build a community that was able to foster these relationships.
Your love vomiting.
What happened? I'm what?
Your love vomiting.
Fuck you. It's the truth. What you want?
Let him do it.
Which
Continue.
as he should, bro. Hey, go drink some Iron Brew and shut the fuck up,
Keep
Jamie.
go.
You tell him.
How dare I acknowledge that Jay is love vomiting about how much he loves the community and how much the community has grown and expanded.
I
dare
I
I?
hate a lot of you motherfuckers. A lot of you make me irrationally angry. Anyway, but no, it's nice. I'm happy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not retiring or quitting. I'm just saying So imagine, hey guys, I'm done. Yeah, nah,
Jay,
not happening.
hit your sign off.
That's pretty much it.
Sign off.
My sign off is pretty much, hey, in January 1st, I gotta pay a fuckload of money for the site, so please don't donate. That's my sign off. Yeah.
I got to sign off for you.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody?
Sorry, hold on, Jake. I owe like what? I think the site is 200, the thing is 100, and then whatever is like another 100. So $400 before January 1st. Cough it up, bitch, because I'm coming out my pocket. Times are tough and friends are few, bitches. It ain't cheap, Junko. You crazy? Get the fuck out of here.
I had no idea.
I'm gonna tell
Controversy
creates cash.
No, I got controversy. Hey, anybody out there who's thinking they've been fucked? Anybody out there who's thinking that they're not worthy of OCW's greatness? Listen, bro. It's all a misunderstanding. Why don't we all come together? OCW's 20 years, all been about community, all been about 20 years. It ain't been about leaving shitty YouTube comments and starting little click wars. We are all here together. All right. I know shit happens. But time changes things. All right. So let's stop. Let's stop with the nonsense. All right. Come on. Let's look at OCW 20. I'm talking to you too, motherfucker. All right, because you're a part of it. Let's all come together. We can all do better. All right, myself included. All right. That's all I'm gonna say. Anybody that's listening, let's just chill out a little bit, huh? Let's hug. Let's kiss. Let's do fellatio if we're inclined.
Hey,
whatever.
I'm under the buses.
I said if we're inclined. You know what? I've gone too far. Choose to must. Max Edwards is the prophet that we all needed. Goodbye.
Are you saying we should all just have a blank slate and next year?
Motherfucker. Quartz comes back and he's just on it. He's on his.
he threw me on the bus on my 28. That's crazy for this.
Once you. Good night. Have fun dragging yourself out from that bus. Take care.
Good night, everybody.
Love you, Jamie.
Fucking Parker was right. I hate it.
Love you, OCW. Love you, fans.
Join us January 4th for the fucking what you call it show.
Year.
Yeah, join us for the what you call it show, the 80s show. Okay, bye. Ain't this a bitch? Bye.
Nasty work.
Fucking super